everybody, and welcome back to week 2 of the Luminon X Command Station Free-for-All tournament. I am Revenite, and I'm joined today by the wonderful, handsome Petabot. It's been a while since we've casted together, but I'm so glad that you are here with me today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon.
Beautiful Sunday. I mean, it's a great Sunday if you're a Halo fan. We got the open qualifiers going on. Luminon doing great so far in that side of it. And then on the bracket side over here, we got an FFA coming up for you once again for the qualifier. One of the many series, and I'm excited to be invited to be able to cast this. And we got some great players in here, so there's bound to be action on this stream as well.
We absolutely do. We have the #1 finisher from last week, Matty Matthias, in the lobby once again, looking to go do the back-to-back if he possibly can. And then we also have the runner-up from last week as well, B-Pix and so many others who were here last week looking to try and get their chance into the FFA Online Championship in just 3 weeks. We still have 2 more of these events where these players are going to try and secure themselves a spot to the FFA Invitational at the end of the 5-week total that we are going to be running these FFA qualifiers. So every single one of these players is going to be playing for some points today. And once we get the lobby going, we're going to go ahead and dive right on into it. But you alluded to it earlier, Petabot. Luminon Gaming has just upset Shopify again, 3-1, sending them to the lower bracket. So fantastic for us here at Luminon. We're all very happy about it. And it was still a very close game. But yeah, Luminon's looking great over in the Atlanta Open Bracket Qualifier. But today we got some free-for-all. So have you played a whole lot of free-for-all yourself, Pato?
I played a little bit of free-for-all. Our university team, one of the only ways to get our B team on was to give them a chance to 1v1 the A team or free-for-all that. So it was like getting them on. We'd play free-for-alls there. And I've casted quite a few of these now at this point, and I like seeing how it grows. And Luminon has a very special format as well that I like, where it's almost like a pool play version. So instead of you get entered in one bracket and you take the top 4 of that lobby, you're instead scoring points. So today we're going to be having 4 rounds of qualifying points. So based on how well you do in your game is where you'll be placed in the lobbies moving forward. So the more kills you are, the higher you're placed on that, the better lobbies you're going to be playing in. So just as soon as we move forward, we're going to see the good players in those good lobbies right off the rip. And it gives everyone a chance to play a lot of Halo.
That is correct. If you finish in first place, you get yourself 10 points in that round. And if you finish second, you get 8, and so on and so on. So it goes down by increments of 2. And only the top 16 players with those points will move on to the winner's semifinal. And then from there, the top 4 will make it to the winner's finals. So we'll still have plenty of FFA for you guys today, and we are finally going to get loaded in to our very first round today on Aquarius. Yes, the FFA map, it has been tried, it has been true the entire time, the perfect map for FFA, and there is just simply no other map quite like it, not for free-for-all.
Oh, I mean, there's been a couple times HES has tried to move off it. There was at one point Aquarius was actually buggy with frame issues, and so there was an open you had to play on live fire. So don't get me wrong, I love live fire. It's one of the iconic map stays here in Halo. I think it's going to be rebuilt in all the games to come in the Forge. But Aquarius for free-for-all, it's just, you can't beat it. You have that close quarter combat most of the time, but there's also the opportunity to catch out, looking at the spawns, steal a kill if there's a one shot up top mid. I mean, it just plays to all sorts of play styles.
Absolutely right. And we apologize. We were going to get that one started, but Silver Fox forgot to get rid of bots in the lobby. So we had like 16 players total, 8 of whom were bots. So apologies for that one, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So every single round is going to be in a 15-minute timer, unlimited points. So you have 15 minutes to get as many kills as you can. And in order to figure out tiebreakers, it is going to be first based off of deaths, then assists. So not only do you want to try to get as many kills as you can, you also want to try and not get as many deaths as well in case you had to force a tiebreaker. So now we're finally going to go ahead and get into the game here, Pato, and we're going to start off with the POV of Watsy, one of the players from last week.
Watsy almost able to find one, but that damage ends up getting taken out. Players fall around, and Stefano, the one that's able to take the early lead at 2 kills. On board Dilly Donut in the third person point of view, gets turned off. Fight going on. P2 ends up getting taken out with those shots.
Yeah, and so far in the early moments of this game here, we're going to see some players still stay very, very close together. But really, Pato, once we get past the 10-minute mark, we're going to start to see who our top 4 players are going to be. So for right now, it really is just the first opportunity that any of these players in this free-for-all tournament is going to get any points. So if you're still looking to get to that top 4 as much as you can, but BPIC's already off to a great start. We actually have Faith with 6 kills already starting this free-for-all round 1 off.
Ooh, and good work, BPICs, with the heat wave. One thing about free-for-all, there's no gentleman's agreements or GA, so heat wave definitely available. BPICs was able to grab that camo and the heat wave. Used that at the same time and got great damage to find the 2 kills. Dilly Donut trying to survive, but ends up getting taken out. One thing I like about Aquarius too, you're mentioning the deaths. Sometimes it takes having to slow it down a little bit and hide and wait for your opportunity to pounce. That's where you're going to see Faith Bad up at 8 kills and one of the lower deaths in the lobby at 4.
Absolutely. Now, Rondon's going to try and fix the POV there so that we can see the deaths on the other side of the scoreboard there. Thank you very much. W. Rondon, our great production operator, who is fantastic for us, and we appreciate all the hard work that he does. But yes, you are absolutely correct there, Pato. It is going to be a little bit of a struggle, but sometimes you struggle a little bit in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you turn into an absolute heater in the later rounds. Right now, Stefano taking first place away from Faith. The rest of the pack still trying to catch up, but it's going to be Silver Fox and BPICs for now, along with Dilly Donut, who we said he was off to a rocky start, now finding some momentum in this third, first portion, of this free-for-all round 1.
Dilly Donut said he had a chip on his shoulder in the opening lobby to us. He would barely missed in qualifying the last one. His death, as we were saying, the tiebreaker, ended up being what cost him. So now wants to make that top lobby, wants to make the grand finals, and starting to show he means business here on Aquarius.
Nice stick from Watsy, making sure that he still secures himself that kill. Now, every single trade does tend to help, especially in a free-for-all, but you still have to be careful that you're not trading every single kill with your death as well. Deaths do matter when it comes to these tiebreakers, and really in the later half of this day, Silver Fox with a nice perfect onto Hink, gonna take him down as well. But these deaths, you still got to watch out for the death column as well. You don't want to get too many of those, but for right now, Stefano showing why he was in that top 8 last week, once again starting off very strong in round 1.
Silver Fox up here controlling this car 3 side, just waiting, and the people pushing in, but turns around and takes out Stefano as well. So top mid important in the 4v4, but Silver Fox showing that you can still do work up there on car 3 in the free-for-all as well. Now on board, Watsy gets the body shot to clean up FPS, gets taken out with the trades. And that's the one thing that I find the hardest about free-for-all is sometimes you just got to be okay with getting your one, getting your trade. At that point, it's going to keep adding up. Getting that one, and if you can get a double kill, that's a successful life.
Certainly, and with Silver Fox finding himself, he couldn't quite capitalize on that opportunity. You get those very rarely when you see that there is a 1v1 happening and you're in the perfect position to clean up both players. Just couldn't quite get it there, unfortunately. Stefano still in the lead with 17 kills, followed closely behind him by Faith, who found himself his 16th kill. Nice stick from Stefano from the grave as well. Very well done by him, but these stickies are going to be one of the most sought after grenades for sure in this free-for-all.
Yeah, the stickies at some point, you're getting close and you feel like you're down. That's going to still hit that guaranteed trade, still helping you find that one. So Stefano, at that point, was completely caught off guard. Crossed through that backside, Silver Fox hiding in the corner, but was able to turn around and get that sticky, able to find that trade. That's why we're seeing Stefano up on top so far with that 20 kill mark, make that 21, getting the trade there. Faith Bad in second place though as well, starting to catch up with that 18 kills. Camo up on top. One of the hardest items to grab in Aquarius, but if you're able to find a way to grab that, super vital in the free-for-all.
Definitely. I think it's still alive for right now, but we do have Bpix is in a great position. He wants to grab it. So does Dilly, but both of those players end up going down. It might be Hink who's going to be able to grab it. Silverfox not even looking over at FaithBat. FaithBat trying to get this cleanup kill onto don't know really how to pronounce that name. Viatab.
Yes.
We'll just go with Viatab or something like that. Maybe production will correct me here in just a little bit, but he also couldn't get that camo, and I think it ended up just being burnt after all of that was said and done there, Pato.
Yeah, I mean, that's often what happens in this because that camo's in that such an exposed top mid. It's very hard to grab and ends up being burnt because everyone's looking at that. They know if you grab that camo, it's so important. Ends up getting burnt. Watsy here waiting for that, but the kill gets stolen by Stefano to further the lead to 28 kills. He's able to take that out, finds the trade, getting that boxer medal, trying to get that, and still just doing work with the melees in the fridge. Dilly Donut Sticky, though, from downtown, takes that one out to trade it.
Very well done by Dilly, trading that one out. But yeah, it will be Watsy who's taking down one. Faith getting himself some more kills, but it's still Stefano who's about 1 kill away from getting to that 30 kill mark. And we are now 8.5 minutes into the game. So just like we had talked about earlier, Pato, we're now starting to see a lot of these players start to stretch and extend their lead further and further with every single kill. Great job by Dilly to get that back smack there earlier, but finds himself getting caught out outside of yellow gen, and it is just going to continue to be like this, where you're going to find some scattered 1v1s every now and then. You might be able to capitalize on a couple, but for the most part, it's just these stickies again. P2 being such a powerful place because of that sticky spawn.
You called it. Sticky is going to be so important on this map, and we're continuing to see those guaranteed trades come through. Bpix, though, on the other side, able to find 2 and still alive after getting that double kill. They're now going to be looking for that 3rd kill on the live, and it is able to get it. And on the chat, Ihata, I think that's how we're saying
Hata.
that.
Hata sounds pretty clean.
Ihata?
Yeah,
Ihata. Yeah. Hata, I'm liking
very
that.
Clean. Rolls off the tongue very nicely. You know what I'm saying, Pato? Ooh,
Yeah,
what a double.
very nice.
What a double from Hink, by the way. Hink struggling quite a bit now as we're approaching the halfway point, moving past the halfway point now, actually, of this round number 1. Trying to get himself whatever kill that he can, but unfortunately just not quite going his way. But we have Dilly Donut with the camo, but gets caught out by Bpix, and Bpix takes him down. But Bpix is going to get the trade on the Hata. Hata going to stay alive and going to get himself that kill. But after all of that hard work getting that camo that we were talking about, that's already so hard to get, only being able to capitalize on 1 kill, that's not what the doctor ordered. But Bpix finding himself a nice double kill is going to slowly but surely try to get as close as he can to Stefano. 32 kills is the kill leader. Bpix in second place with 26, followed very closely by Watsy.
Ooh, ends up getting stuck there by Dilly Donut, gets that double, tried to dodge that with the slide. Still ends up getting taken out, though. But Bpix started off slow, but now starting to catch up as you're staying to Stefano. Starting to get that gun warm. Hink as well with the great kill. And had to shout out Hink starting to warm that up. It's a different mindset when you come into a free-for-all lobby. And sometimes when you're in arena mode, you're so focused, damage is all that matters. And you start getting a lot of assist columns. And free-for-all, every man for himself. So sometimes it takes you a little while to get into that mindset of make sure you're playing your life in that one shot. So if you're in the lower lobby, you can see a lot of kills been taken from Hink. So still has that gun hot, still shooting, just looking to find those headshots.
Looking to find and trying to capitalize. Bpix was the runner-up from last week. Hata getting taken down by Silva, who was very patient, making sure that he couldn't get a kill there, but unfortunately finds Dilly Donut, actually, as Dilly Donut gets that turned around on him completely. Faith going to clean up on Silva, though, and Stefano is going to find himself yet another kill. Another melee bash inside of top P2 is going to take and claim the lives of Hata and Watsy, but now we have Stefano, the leader, the man, the king himself, taking down Bpix with a perfect 5. Bpix was just one shot away from being able to turn that around in his favor. Couldn't quite find that final shot.
Yeah, I mean, Stefano showing why at that 39 kills, the runner-up B-Pick still ends up getting 5 and traded out. And then gets caught off guard. Is able to get a trade there as well for Stefano. Doing everything right in the free-for-all side, and that's led to this lead of 9 kills so far with 5 minutes remaining. Dilly Donut jumping off the top rope with that camo, ends up getting taken out. Silva Fox says not so fast. Once again, camo burnt. Not going to see that action quite yet.
He's done very well at trying to get that camo, but unfortunately, it's just left himself a little bit too exposed. Faith going to find himself a nice kill there, trying to clean that up, but Hink going to take him down instead before Faith can turn that into a double kill in his favor. Can B-Pix stay alive? It ends up being a trade for B-Pix and Watsy, which is totally fine by them. And as we take a look at the scoreboard, once again, Stefano breaking through to 40, and B-Pix still holding on to second place, trying to stay ahead of both Watsy and Faith Bad, who are not nearly as far behind him as B-Pix would like. And, you know, as we start getting, you know, it's just the first round, you know, we still have plenty of points left to grab in the next 3 rounds, but you would love to get off to an early start, especially if you're someone like B-Pix, who's, you know, like I said, was the runner-up last week, looking to try and get himself first place this week.
Yeah, for sure. Still working to get those points, but it's Stefano with the good lead and finding another double kill once again. But getting even second in this lobby was pretty strong because first off, we have it pretty stacked. I mean, look how many players are in that 30 kill margin fighting for that second place. We have B-Fix at the top of it, but Faith Bad, Watsy, Silva Fox all passed over to that 30 kill mark as well. So yes, Stefano well in the lead, looking to get that 50 kill mark, but the battle for second place is still alive and well.
Still ongoing. We are approaching the last 3 minutes of this game. Stefano looking to drop himself 50, only 2 kills away from getting 50 on the first round. Gets himself his 49th kill, has to stay alive inside of Fridge. Very patient. He's just going to wait and see if anybody crosses into his field of vision. Has to watch out for this top player, but he gets a stick right on his big toe, and Hada gets taken down after what he thought was going to be a for sure back smack turns into a trade instead.
I mean, continuing the sticky grenades. I love you. You like caster cursed it the opposite way. But now we're seeing so many trades, keeping them alive on that P2 side. These players utilizing it so well. So even getting caught off guard with that camo, able to use the sticky. So camo spawning up in 5 seconds. Dilly Donut once again and trying to get in position, but just getting chased down to this Fridge side. Going to try and get the shields back. 1 bullet away. The chase does not happen, so Dilly gets the shields back. We'll grab on that. Onboard Faith Bad, though. Going to look for the double kill onto Stefano, but Stefano gets that trade. Still 2 kills there, but Stefano, great shots to minimize the damage.
Stefano massively and comfortably in the lead with 53 kills. The closest player behind him is B-Pix, but at 43, he is 11 kills behind Stefano, who just keeps finding kill after kill after kill. Now at 55, since we've mentioned it. And honestly, you know, I think we can both comfortably ride off as we approach the sub 2-minute mark of this game here, Pato, that Stefano is going to be the #1 in this round, #1 in this lobby. So now the question is going to come down to who is going to maintain second place. Faith Bad, only 4 kills behind B-Pix. Is it going to be enough, or is it going to be too large of a hill to climb as B-Pix gets himself his 46th kill, now trying to stay alive against Dilly Donut, but Dilly Donut going to go ahead and clean him up, and Faith Bad is still 4 kills behind him, probably going to lock in 3rd place.
Yeah, 1 minute. It's going to take a lot to get that, but if you get gifts like that, it would be possible. Dilly Donut looking for the triple kill, able to grab that. It's going to be a little too late, but those kills do matter. You might not be in the running for that second place, but you're looking or the next one, trying to get even here, moving towards that 3rd place position.
Unfortunately, it looks like somebody dropped, which is a little unfortunate. I'm looking at the, I think Watsy dropped. Unfortunately, Watsy did drop, so gonna make things a little bit complicated. He might just have to, I mean, he might just finish with a 0. We'll leave that up to the tournament organizer Bird to try and figure out what's going on there. But we did lose Watsy, but we're going to continue to finish this game out as we had about 30 seconds left in this game. So unfortunate for Watsy, who was one of the top 8 players in the first week. Gonna find himself now in a tough spot with that drop. But back into this game. B-Pix and Faith Bad are still neck and neck, but it's 10 seconds left. I think we have our top 3 finalized, Pato.
Yeah, it's looking solid. 5 seconds in. Faith Bad trying to close in on that second place, but it's going to be 2. Make that 3 kills behind as B-Pix able to close out second place there at the ending. But the Reaper of this first lobby, Stefano, once again passing the 60 kill mark. Been a while since I've seen a 60 kills in the free-for-all, but still making business happen.
We've seen a couple of 50s last week, but I would absolutely agree with you that this is the first time that we got 60. So it looks like before Watsy had dropped, he got 38 kills. But unfortunately, I mean, he dropped. So I think we're just going to lock him in at 38, and we're going to see as we'll see. We'll leave it up to the tournament organizers. This kind of sucks to see Watsy drop out of that game, but at least he did get quite a few kills before that drop had happened. So yeah, we're gonna let the tournament organizers discuss that one. But at least for this game, Stefano, B-Pix, and Faith Bad, that's your top 3. And then we're gonna see if Dilly Donut's gonna hang on to that top 4, or if they're just gonna lock in his scoreboard here, which means Watsy will be in the top 4, and we also will have Dilly Donut in the top 5. So we're gonna find out that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did get confirmation that match would continue, and that yeah, he's just going to be locked in at whatever score he had before he dropped. So let's take a look at the other stats here, Pato. Anything that's standing out to you?
I mean, Watsy was still able to grab that 4th place spot, and with the dropout and having less damage, that looking towards the lower ones. But Stefano, 14k damage. You got to get those 61 kills somehow. Damage coming through, and the accuracy 80%. In a free-for-all, you need to be shooting high accuracy, but 80 is top of the top. Next one coming up close is at the 75% mark, but 80. Stefano starting off hot here in round 1.
Yeah, that's a very, very, very strong start for Stefano. And honestly, I think like Stefano wants that kind of a start pretty much for the rest of the tournament as well. Remember, guys, we do have 3 more rounds to play today. That was just round 1 of 4. We're going to have plenty more games for you guys today to show, and we're also going to be shaking up the groups every single time that we finish a round. So we still have plenty more Halo left to play. So don't go anywhere, but we are going to cut into a break while we wait for the rest of the lobbies to finish reporting their scores, and then we're going to wait for the tournament organizers to pick who's going to be in the next groups and where, and then we're going to bring you round 2 of the Command Station X Luminon at Free for All Atlanta Prep week number 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
a hand in that.
No, this is the other series.
You're right. Okay. I'm all out of sorts. All right, here we go.
It's been a long
versus
day.
Luminon Black. It has. It's not been long, but it's been a long day. It's been a great day of Halo so far. All right, let's lock back in. 0-2 deficit for Beps. 1-1 tie off the start, as if it were a Slayer. Both teams vying for control of scoring, and it looks like Eco and Beps are going to get the early lead.
Stellar has shock as well. And that shot did connect to her the tick damage onto Descendants, but Biggie, great positioning. Make sure Stellar doesn't do any further damage. Also would like to convert B if possible. It looks like he will successfully do so right before the grenade takes him out, but that is a win nonetheless. Now you force Beps to go out in the open, and look how much cover fire they have for it. They're not going to let Eco go into it very easily.
Eco hasn't died yet. Responsible for 5 slays. Stellar picks up another. Eco just staying alive here on the Needlers. Stellar will fall on the stacks. Eco works his way back up to A, and A-B holds, so they've got Luminon Black trapped here at C, and Eco's not waiting. He's pushing up, so too is Bound as he trades out. Eco now looking across the map for Boo Boo Doo. The numbers advantage is there for Beps, 2v1, as they help take down Boo Boo Doo. Now Envor is the last Spartan standing for his team, and it's a great start for Beps. And the actual start now for Luminon versus Kraken Seas, and in 2 minutes, have they already gone up 2-0?
Is that right? That might have been a reset of a reset. I don't know what's going on there, but they scored 2 flags that quickly, says production. What?
Unreal. Yeah, that's less than 2 minutes. You're looking at about 30 to 45 seconds per, not only flagpole, which would have been impressive, but scores nonetheless. Stay here with this Beps versus Luminon Black match. Bound with a noob combo. Takes down Envor. And now we're starting to see Beps get online. Now we're starting to see the team come together a little bit. 3 go down for Luminon Black, and watch out, because when Beps come online, they're one of the most dangerous in Halo.
It does feel like Beps said, okay, we're playing a little bit too chaotic. They're taking advantage of us. Let's just do the stock AB hold, and that's what they've done so far. This is finally where they're now applying some pressure to C, but I like the game plan. You know, just stick to the tried and true. It's just fundamental Halo. Don't make it too complicated, and so far that has been a way better start. I don't know how Stellar stays alive there, literally 1 HP, but just the tried and true working so far for Beps.
I think that shroud screen going out tells me that Luminon knows that Bound is lurking in the shadows with the camo, but Boo Boo cannot spot him out either. Can N4 double kill for Bound, make it a triple. Don't do it. Oh my God. Bound is playing out of his mind. The team wipe secured, and Bound took down 3 of 4.
Enemy halfway to
That was insane. It looks a little weird. The grapple can be glitchy in Observer. It looked like he teleported, but regardless, you can kind of, you know, fill the gaps there to know how he got that triple kill. Impressive stuff. Trip Cap is rolling for Bounds and the boys. And Descendant just desperately. That's a killing frenzy for Bound. By the way, shout out to Mortally in chat. He called out.
He did call it.
Killing frenzy for Eco. Instead, Bound says, "Nah, brother. Let me show you how to do that."
Not surprised that Mortally has an inkling for what's about to happen here. Oh, and look at this. Stellar. He's on his way, halfway there to his own killing frenzy. And my God, look at the score. 209 and rolling, doubly that for every second. This could be a sub 5-minute match.
Yeah, this is rough. I mean, every single time we swap POVs, it's just someone else on Luminon dying. Every single time. They are able to stop the trip cap for now, but you got to get another zone in the next 17 seconds or so. A is being flipped. Penguin just wants to get Biggie out of B so his teammate can push that. Now he's going to address the problem in A. Bound might not even need help here against Boo Boo Doo Boo. He's going to win that fight. And just like that, they're going to take A right back in their possession. Descendant's got to make a play here.
And it's already time for Luminon to overextend and desperate a little bit, as Descendant will go down. Stellar looking to secure B here, and potentially the game as well. 2 go down for Luminon. B secured for Beps, and Penguin's got a good look on A. He is weak, but Piggy's not going to push that out. And with just 2 seconds needed, this is going to end in a whimper. A 5-minute match as we go back to our main match of the moment, your winner final between Luminon versus Kraken Seas. Thought we had a glitch in the Matrix after just a minute and a half, a 2-0 lead for Luminon. That was not a glitch, that was real life. And they've held on to that ever since, but now Suppressed has it on the run.
Located, gets the shields back just in time for this fight. Not quite a full recharge though. And this is finally the answer back from Kraken Seas. Get this flag all the way home, and just like that, we got ourselves a pretty tight game. The very quick 2-0 lead though can sometimes just win you the game by default, because it is so difficult to capture flags throughout the rest of this game. Trippy wants to end the game on his own terms. Snakebite's going to be able to relay this one, but as his teammates fall around him, he's likely to stop running this for kills. No, he doesn't have to. Precision's here, and that's probably the game.
How far did that flag get through? Yeah, Snakebite with great presence, awareness, to not stay back and fight those fights on the platform. He just took the flag and ran with it. And a quick win in the Beps versus Luminon Black Strongholds match. And a quick win for Luminon here in the Pit CTF. We're speedrunning at this point.
Yeah, that was much faster than the last one. The last Pit CTF we watched went 18 minutes with like, what, 4 minutes of standoff level overtime before it finally ended. But yeah.
Can we just highlight Bound again? 52 slays on a CTF. Usually when you see players get into that 40, 45 threshold, it takes an oddball match that's gone 22, 25 minutes deep into a round 3. Bound did it in a CTF, 52. And the most that I can recall is 56. Granted, it was on land from Falcated. But that was in an oddball on recharge. So
it was a 3-round oddball, by the way, which was probably 25 minutes, right?
Exactly.
Like,
so what would have happened if Bound had an extra 7 minutes? He could have dropped 65, 70 maybe. My God.
I think it might be the record for like most kills per second, right? Like it's got to be up there.
Had to have been.
Like his pace was insane. I mean, and he kind of slowed down the last half. He was at 30 kills before the halfway mark of the game. He was at like 33 at 7 minutes still left on the clock or something crazy. So just ridiculous stuff out of Bound. He's been playing lights out as we descend into game number 4 here. We got ourselves some oddball on live fire.
I love the cue from Callus. Let's watch Bound here off the start. See what
Hello, everybody, and we are back with round number 2 of the Command Station X Luminon Free-for-All Atlanta Prep Tournament, and I am excited to get this one going. Round number 1 was fire. We had Stefano, who absolutely popped off and went crazy. Now we have some new players that we haven't seen yet today, who are going to be competing with only one player that we have seen once already. So I'm very excited to go ahead and get this next round number 2 started. We got Cognus, we got Jangle, Sheezy, Dr. Love, Nuclear Blaze, we got Yeye gone, and we also have, for a second appearance, Viatav. We said this like so many times in the green room, Pato, and I immediately forgot how we pronounced it.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle, but by round 4, we're going to get it. Viatav. Yeah. Tav. Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to see some of the fresh faces coming into this lobby. Nuclear Blaze, I believe. That was the other one, but a very familiar name getting that second place in the leaderboard with the 8 points. So going to be one to look out for in this lobby. But just looking through this leaderboard here, seeing the first place in the other lobbies, we obviously knew Stefano Biscuit, but Cognus up top on the other lobby with 10 points. And then one who won the last week, Maddie Matthias, up there with 10 points as well. Good names and starting to show why those early 2 points can matter.
Yeah, so on screen there, you can see that we had Maddie Matthias in the top spot from last week. Now this week, again, Maddie Matthias once again showing us why he was one of the top finishers from the previous week. So very well done by him. Great to see him back here again and still playing at the high level that he played last week. Now, looking at towards the middle of the pack, we have B-Pix once again, and also we have Nuclear Blaze. We have Revan as well, along with Epic Rage, and we have so many other players to go to as well. But we're going to go ahead and dive right back into this game here, Pato. And already off to a strong start. We see so many players off to a good start already. Cognus going to be at the number 1 spot, and not only is he the number 1, he's also going to get himself the camo.
Didn't grab that camo for free as well. Going to utilize that. Waiting for the damage to come in on table side to get a clean double kill as well. Perfect timing. Now going to get the heat wave for the triple kill, but the bounce back did a little bit of damage. Was via Tom. One day we'll get that name.
One day. We swear via Tom we're going to get your name right one of these days. It's going to take a little bit, but we'll get there.
There, Nuclear Blaze, so getting that too, and is able to find the remaining shots in the heat wave as well. Looking for that, getting the one shot melee as well, clean. Only taking one bandit shot. Able to attack off the rip here as well. Pushing into util side, but not going to see that. Oh, does hear the footsteps. I love seeing that. Now see, finds the one shot onto Nursing Dr. Love, so Nuclear Blaze, the king of yellow base.
King of yellow base, moving on to yellow fridge. King of the heat wave actually still has a couple of shots left in this heat wave still, so very, very handy to have this one right now. Like you had mentioned earlier in round number 1, there is no GA on the heat wave, so everybody should and is going to be grabbing and utilizing it to their fullest potential. We have Viatav getting caught out by Nuclear Blaze as we finally watch Nuclear Blaze get taken down. His spree has ended, and we have 2 shots being pumped into the chest of Cognis as Sheezy's going to take him down, traded out very quickly by Jangle.
I understand why the heat wave's G8 in arena. It's a very strong weapon, but sometimes I miss it. It's one of the prettiest weapons in Halo Infinite. Had that shotgun rainbow shots flying everywhere. And I remember seeing that in the year 1 Halo Infinite trailer, the announcement, and I'm like, now that's a weapon. That's a Halo weapon. So good to see it coming back here in the free-for-all, and players utilizing that as well. Now with the sprint strafe and perfect shots from Nuclear Blaze, showing that second place prowess there. Now looking for that sticky, unable to land, but the tech coming out for Nuclear.
Easy. Just going to contemplate things for just a little bit, staring at this wall, waiting for the camo to start. Now going to hear the audio cues. Wait. Oh, wait, no. Somebody. Okay. So we're going to have to restart this lobby by the sounds of it, unfortunately, because we had a random player join. Somebody didn't quite restrict the lobby size, unfortunately. So it sucks because Nuclear Blaze and Cognis were up to such a great start. But, you know, the lobby host just has to make sure to only set the lobby size to 9 so that people don't just randomly join like that and, you know, throw a wrench into everything. So we're going to restart that lobby and we're going to get that going for you guys once again. But, you know, obviously, like, oh boy, hold on. Okay, everything's good. Everything's good. Okay, sorry, we a little bit of a kerfuffle inside of the lobby, but you know, going off of what we had talked about earlier, Pato, Cognis and Nuclear Blaze were off to such a great start, and there's some of the players who scored a bunch of points in round number 1, now looking to try and score even more in round number 2.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be the battle between those two right off the rip, trying to get those couple points for getting that first place spot. And we saw good plays out of both of them. The Nuclear Blaze pulling out that sprint strafe, one of the newer mechanics as we get into the later years of Halo Infinite, starting to see more sprint strafes against that bandit. And free-for-all showed up working well. If you can hit your shots and have that little extra movement, it's hard to shoot a good sprint strafe. The Nuclear Blaze pulling that one out there with the perfect shots, and it's good. Yeah.
If you can add the sprint strafe into your skill set, it is just a nightmare to deal with. But Nuclear Blaze showing everybody why learning how to sprint strafe does matter in those 1v1 pivots. Getting that perfect 5 on the Cognis was insane to watch in real time. But now that we have that lobby fixed, we're going to go ahead and dive right back into the game. Full reset. Can Cognis and Nuclear Blaze basically have lightning strike twice in their favor, or was that just a fluke in round 1?
Cognis early to find 1 kill along with Nuclear Blaze. OG able to get 1 as well, but Nuclear there to clean it up, get the trade on to Nursing Dr. Love, now up 2, tied with Jangle. Still early on fighting that, and the 2 leaders we were talking about get traded out in Fridge.
Yeah, as things get going, we are 30 seconds into this reset of round 2 for this free-for-all. Cognis couldn't quite get the kill into Nursing Dr. Love, gets cleaned up instead by Nuclear Blaze. Now Nuclear Blaze is finding himself a little bit of success, getting himself 4 kills. Now his 5th kill as he gets the backsmack onto Sheezy. He's going to look to try and clean up this kill here. He got the camo again, gets a backsmack onto Nursing Dr. Love, get himself the kill onto Yeagon as well. A nice double kill. Can he get himself his 3rd on Sheezy? Oh, I think the melee blanked, and it still is going to turn into a trade.
Still able to trade, making something out of the worst situation. You have camo there and get a blank melee onto that one, and that's painful, but still able to find a trade, make it. And Nuclear Blaze, even though we just barely reset into a minute and a half, already at that 9 kill mark, taking the lead, make that 10. Moving forward here for Nuclear Blaze, 10-3, so good start.
Yeah, Cognis got to be feeling a little frustrated after that reset. Only finding himself 3 kills compared to the 11 before the reset had happened. But, you know, just a little bit of unfortunate tidings there. Cognis is going to find the kill onto Jangle instead, going to take him down before he ends up dying. But Nuclear Blaze, 10 kills, and the closest players behind him is going to be Yeagon and Jangle, each of them with 6. Now Cognis find himself a little bit of momentum, looking to try and break through into the middle of the pack.
That middle of the pack still very open so far here, trying to push through. Yeah, gone with that 8 kills, looking to fight Nuclear Blaze at first. Oh, another blank melee, man. That's so painful. And it was from Nuclear Blaze once again at that 12-5. Still able to get it, but Sheezy thrusting around, able to find the triple kill with that melee. P1 becoming the Octagon in the UFC with those melees. And it was Sheezy out on top.
Sheezy out on top. Camo is up once again. Cognis finding himself a double kill in the wings. Very nice by him. Now is starting to get a little bit closer to the 2nd place of Sheezy. Sheezy with that triple kill, of course. And now with the camo, can he stay alive with it? No, he can. Viatov is going to take him down instead. But Cognis finds himself yet another kill in the wings. And Nuclear Blaze, he just ends up trading. He goes down. And now Sheezy only 3 kills away from catching up to him.
Starting to go close with that momentum there. Wasn't able to get the camo, but still finding trades, trying to catch up, make that 12. Sheezy takes out Cognis, the leader from the first, to go up 2 on Cognis. Still down by 4 as Nuclear Blaze is finding double kill medals, killing sprees, moving forward, going up to 16-7. So Sheezy with some great effort trying to catch up, but Nuclear Blaze still off to such a hot start, trying to find some more. Ends up getting taken out there by Sheezy. Gun got a little scared. The damage was cleaned up, but Sheezy still under that 3 kill deficit.
Also being followed very closely by Cognis, who does land a stick on Dr. Love, but Dr. Love decides to turn into a suicide bomber, chases him down and says, "You're coming down with me no matter how hard you try to stay alive." But we do have Sheezy now tied with Cognis, 13 kills apiece, and Sheezy gets taken down by Nuclear Blaze. Cognis has a chance to catch back up, and he does. He takes down Nuclear Blaze, still has the rest of his life to work with, going to get his shields back, looking to reach Hal somewhere to try and get himself more kills to knock on the door of Nuclear Blaze.
Yeah, still a lot of time in this free-for-all to go. A lot of times it becomes a timing thing as well. So yes, Cognis had that slower start, but the spawns started going into favor, and how he utilized those spawns starting to catch up now as he took that 2nd place here. Nuclear Blaze at that 19 kill, up by 4, but Cognis close on that one, trying to catch back up. It's continuing to happen. Nuclear Blaze getting 21. Also found that heat wave bottom mid. Lots of shots to work with. Trying to survive out of this P1 will be huge for Nuclear.
Does have himself a thrust pack to get himself to safety should he need to do so. Has been able to stay alive inside of bottom mid for quite some time. Gets the body shot, takes down Dr. Love with the heat wave combo as well. He used this very, very well in the first part of this round number 2 before we had the reset. Now using it once again. 22 kills to his name so far. Cognis and Sheezy still fighting each other to hold on to 2nd place or take back 2nd place. Cognis getting taken down by Nuclear Blaze. 3 heatwave shots will do it. And Sheezy getting taken down by Dr. Lovenese. Neither player will break through or take an opportunity with each player dead just yet.
Ooh. Yeah, able to win that one on the table side, dropping out. Sheezy able to find a kill as well in that race for 2nd place. Able to take the lead of 2nd. over Cognis here with that one. Cognis a little shaky, but able to get that melee with the backstab jab. Now using that, try and get some information. Is able to do so. Now on the hunt for Jangle, but Jangle with the finesse there, able to get the shields back. Still not going to be enough as Cognis finds the 3 bullets and the melee. Despite the efforts of OG, Cognis still on top.
Yeah, and Sheezy just trying to chase him, trying to run him down as much as he can, but instead is going to get taken down by Dr. Love, who takes him down in return. But Cognis still trying to keep himself in second place, gets taken down by Viatav. Instead, Viatav gets traded out as well, but Nuclear Blaze firmly in the lead with 7 kills. Gotta be feeling pretty good about himself right now. Now fighting against Sheezy inside of P2, but it ends up being a trade, which is all that Nuclear Blaze is looking for at this point to try to continue to extend his lead 1 kill at a time. But Cognis and Sheezy still going toe-to-toe. Nuclear Blaze once again cleaning up more kills. Now gets cleaned up by Sheezy. Sheezy has to try and stay alive. Uses the thrust pack, but it's not going to be enough as Cognis is going to take him down and tie up second place once again with 22.
Talked a lot about the sticky grenades going into this, but I've seen a lot of use of the frag grenades as well. And being able to utilize that's so important in free-for-all. Well-placed frag grenade, especially you hear a fight going around the corner, you know 2 players are likely one shot. A good pre-nade there can get some good damage for you to slide in and get that double kill, keeping shields down or even cleaning up those kills with the nades. The nade's going to be very vital here. One of the things on your life you want to throw and not leave for other players.
Certainly not. We have Viatav. He can't quite finish the kill onto Nuclear Blaze, but finds a very weak nursing Dr. Love and takes him down instead. Now jumping outside of yellow base, trying to push across the middle of the map. He sees Dr. Love again, gives him a couple of taps from behind. Now finding Cognis just fleeing up towards P2, but there was a player that was chasing him instead. Is anyone going to be able to clean up the damage onto Cognis? Doesn't look like it for right now. Instead, going to drop down and deliver a flying death punch to Sheezy and taking him down. Now has to flee for his life, but Nuclear Blaze finds him with a perfect 5.
Nuclear Blaze with the plasma pistol, using that sandbox, and is able to survive without getting the melee onto Viatav there as well. Now looking for that table shot. Somebody is able to steal that kill from him. Now, a fully charged plasma pistol going into the works of the Gen side could be dangerous in this close quarter combat where the plasma pistol will thrive. Skone turns around, looking for the trade, almost hits, but Viatav able to clean up that plasma.
Viatav staying alive, now going to grab that plasma pistol and see if he can't use it a little bit better than it was for Nuclear Blaze. But Nuclear Blaze now finding himself 4 kills ahead of Cognis, who has been slowly creeping up into this game. Now back to 5. Gotta be feeling good about that one. But Sheezy's not too far behind Cognis either. Only 2 kills separate the two. 28, now 29 to 30 as Cognis gets taken down. And the rest of the pack, a little bit, far away. Yaegon looks like he's going to be finished off in top 4, but a nice play there by that player. And we still see all these trades happening across the map as Jangle's trying desperately to catch up to Yaegon.
Sandbox has been fun usage, has been fun to see in this lobby. Nuclear Blaze being one of the forerunners of that. Got a big win with the Commando. So despite Commando nerfs with that, Nuclear Blaze still picking it up in this and able to win pivotal 1v1s on that side with the Commando. Now aboard Cognis, gets 5 from nursing Dr. Love, flying down from the yellow base here. Big fights onto that, but Jangle's able to take out Sheezy. Sheezy also in the looks to try and take that lead at 31, battling second place with Cognis.
Cognis and Sheezy, they have been struggling. They have been desperately trying to stay ahead of each other or take each other down. One of the two, but Yaegon going to get caught out by Cognis. Cognis going to clean that up very nicely. Also looking towards P2. Finds Sheezy. Takes down Sheezy. Extending his lead by 4. Cognis at 35. Nuclear Blaze at 39. And now with that kill, he's 3 kills away from Nuclear Blaze. With less than 5 minutes left in this game, can he catch up? Or will Nuclear Blaze hold on to number 1?
The time to work with here for Cognis to try and catch that one up. Nuclear Blaze, though, finds the shots across the map and is able to grab his camo for free. On a bit of damage, able to get that G slide. Now looking for the heat wave combo, which is so huge with that camo. Going to be sneaking onto this P2 side and might catch Cognis unaware. Does, gets the killing spree, finds the double kill with the scattered gunner medal as well. Nuclear Blaze, right as we're saying, might have an opportunity to have someone take the lead from him. Not so fast. Nuclear Blaze with the heat wave and camo combo doing work to go to 45 kills.
Was cooking a little bit too much with that heat wave combo, trying to eliminate the player that was furthest away from him. Instead, takes down his shields and gives the other player a nice and easy layup. After all is said and done, Nuclear Blaze, he had a great combo, just couldn't quite turn it around for himself, and neither can Sheezy, using his thrust pack to try and reverse back, but he only had one shot left inside of the heat waves. Can Nuclear Blaze turn it around on Cognis? Yes, he can. 48-39. That last life was huge for Nuclear Blaze.
Yeah, very big. Going up to 48. Almost, that deficit was so small, and now almost at that 10 kill, make it 9 for Cognis, so still has a 9 kill lead. Nuclear Blaze, such an important life there, is going to get taken out by Gone, but Cognis quick with the trade. So 3 minutes to work with. Cognis needs to find 7 kills here to try and tie this one up in the remaining 3 minutes.
Trying to tie it up as quickly as he can. And Nuclear Blaze just extending his lead one trade at a time. 51 kills now for Nuclear Blaze. Cognis trying to crawl back or hold on to a second place spot with 43. Nuclear Blaze gets 2 though with that grenade. What a well-placed grenade by Nuclear Blaze. He's been capitalizing on these 1v1s this entire game.
That 1v1 took a millisecond too long. They weren't able to find that headshot, and Nuclear Blaze with the perfect nades able to get the double kill on the 2 1-shots. The frag grenade so big there, moving that to 53 kills. So going to have a 10 kill lead moving forward here. So it's going to be very hard for Cognis to try and catch this one up in 2 minutes. It's looking like it's going to be the battle for second place. Sheezy with those 38 kills. Going to be 5 behind Cognis, looking for second place. Easy does get taken out.
Yeah, I think with 2 minutes left to go in this game, Nuclear Blaze and Cognis may have solidified themselves as number 1 and number 2. And Sheezy is trying to get himself to stay in that number 3 spot. The only players that are close to him is Nursing Dr. Love and Yeagon, 32 and 31 apiece. But we'll see how this goes. Nuclear Blaze once again trading with Nursing Dr. Love, and Cognis finding himself yet another kill. Still 11 kills behind Nuclear Blaze. But at this point, he's just trying to keep himself ahead of Sheezy.
We might be seeing a second 60 kill game here. A minute 34 kills. Nuclear Blaze needs to find here. Going to be hard, but definitely going to be possible. Nursing Dr. Love gets taken out on that table side. Jangle trying to survive, but a well-placed nade by Vitav. Able to clean that one up as well. Now 1-shot finds in the same spot, but frag grenades are going everywhere. Gone. Able to clean that one up, but it is Nuclear Blaze 3 kills away from that 60 kill point. In a second 60 kill game here on stream. Easy. Pretty much looking to get that, but the stick is there. Now only 3 kills behind that second place Cognis. Never mind. Cognis proved me wrong. Find some kills there to go up to 46. So it's going to be hard for Sheezy with 40 seconds remain.
35 seconds left. Nuclear Blaze 1 kill away from getting 60 kills. The second time we've seen 60. There it is. He gets a triple kill on Yeagon. Gets cleaned up by Sheezy. Now Sheezy and Cognis in a 1v1. Can Cognis win? It doesn't really matter because Cognis is now at this point just trying to hold on to second place. Sheezy really needed to win that 1v1 if he was going to have maybe a little bit of a chance. But now as we approach the sub 10 second mark, Yeagon going to take down Cognis. And I think he will have done enough regardless. I don't think Sheezy's going to be able to catch up to him in the last few seconds of this game, and it will not happen at all. And Sheezy gets another assist before death, and he will secure himself 3rd place in this round number 2. Nuclear Blaze with 61 takes first.
Was able to get past that 60 kill mark. These players now, that's 2 games. After I was saying I haven't seen a 60 kill in a free-for-all in a while. 2 players, 2 back-to-back games able to pass that mark. I mean, Cognis was close in the runnings there at second place, but Nuclear Blaze with some well-placed camos, some well-played heat wave plays as well, able to just grow that lead too much for Cognis to catch up. So off the reset, it will be Nuclear Blaze with the 32.3 KDA as well, taking
Dang.
the second match.
I mean, that's a crazy spread. That's a crazy stat to see. 61 kills, 33 deaths is insane for a free-for-all game. I mean, you look at everybody else in the lobby and you see how close those deaths are to their kills. And I don't know, Nuclear Blaze was just, he was playing the ganking role of that free-for-all round 2 beautifully. I mean, we saw how many times in the kill feed he got a double kill with a grenade, with a bandit. He was using the heat wave. He got the camo. I mean, the accuracy was also there as well. That 70% accuracy, very, very high. And Nuclear Blaze just had a standout performance in round 2.
Yeah, I mean, the most kills in the lobby and the least deaths in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
That is so big for one of your players to get that second 10 points. Nuclear Blaze, I believe, found second in the last round. So now turning it around and getting first to move up with those points, making that 18 points. I mean, great showing out of that, able to stay composed after the reset. And it was just lights out from the beginning. We saw a hot start at the beginning of that reset and moved forward. And Cognis was still playing a very good game of free-for-all, was just never able to quite catch up to the hero plays of Nuclear Blaze.
Yeah, Nuclear Blaze was just capitalizing so many on those opportunities that you very rarely get in the free-for-all. And he made sure that he got every single one of them, more or less. And I think that was a big difference maker for Nuclear Blaze. But, congratulations to Cognis for securing second place. Also Sheezy for making it into the top 3. But that top 4 conversation was as well, just very, very close between Nursing Dr. Love and Yeagon. And Yeagon was just 1 kill away from getting himself that top 4, that P4 tiebreaker opportunity that he could have potentially taken top 4 away from Dr. Love. So great job by him for getting top 4. However, that will do it for round number 2. We're going to go ahead and get round number 3 set up for you guys. So we're going to wait for some more of those lobbies to wrap up and finish up, and the tournament organizers to get round number 3 lobbies all set up and ready to go for you guys. So do not go anywhere. We're going to check in with the Shopify Rebellion game against Ascending Baseline that is going to be taking place in the Open DreamHack qualifiers. So sit back, relax, watch yourself some good Halo from the Open Qualifier that is being hosted and presented by LVT. And we will be back with the Command Station X Luminon free-for-all week number 2, round 3 of the Atlanta qualifiers. So do not go anywhere. We'll be right back in a little bit.
Suspector lives in making plays for Ascending Baseline.
See Suspector trying his best just to hold these guys off. It's just one foot in front of the other at the moment. Can they get this hill? Even though Shopify Rebellion has gotten so much time in it, all you need is that last second. And right now, the pieces might be falling into place. It's going to come down to this slay from Suspector. Can he stay alive and get the damage? No. Well played by Shopify Rebellion. I feel like they should have the numbers to overwhelm this hill, but what should happen and what will happen isn't necessarily the same. Royal 2 gets the triple over. Tapping buttons goes down, but Tony, it took too long.
Tapping buttons lives just long enough to not be a part of a highlight reel there, but still a nasty triple and an honorary overkill, we would say, for Royal 2, as Psycho does everything he can to stay alive. A one-shot Ryan, but also has the tapping buttons over toward the back line, and Psycho ends up going down here. Now it's Super CC over on the low side. Tapping buttons joins him, not for long. Royal 2 quick with the kill and a killing spree.
Right now, Ascending Baseline needs to find a solution to Royal 2. He's been too big of a problem in this game. He's at 12 kills already. We're just over a minute off this neutral clock. He is playing at an unbelievable pace, and he seems just to be catching players with the back turned towards him all the time. That Super CC lucky to get the trade out there, but with Suspector breaking out spawns, this might give Ascending Baseline a second chance until last shot. Sniper joins the fray. What can these guys do? SR have this locked down.
Yeah, last shot getting a little bit of revenge on Suspector after that 5 shot earlier, and get a little extra value with that sniper as well as we switch gears over towards World 2, making sure that nobody spawns in front of him over toward the blue side, and one does, but an isolated player in Ryan do, maybe purposely trying to stagger those spawns and split them up, but tapping buttons over on the red side, fantastic. 2 shots in the sniper left for him, and finally ascending baseline scoring.
I think SR tried to get a little bit too much spacing there. Royal 2 didn't expect his teammate to spawn right next to him at Cargo. And when that happened, that entire back red side of the map was open, and Ascending Baseline split their final 3 players there, giving them a chance to contest on this hill. Now, there's still a big road to climb, right? You need a lot of time in this hill still. And Shopify Rebellion seem a lot more focused on the slays at the moment rather than maximizing hill time. I think that might come from the last few times they played this map. They've gone up 2-3 hills and have seen big comebacks happen on the back half. I think they're trying to restrict how much time is necessarily left. So I think we're going to see Shopify Rebellion maybe play this hill a little bit differently than what we've seen in the past. It really seems like they're playing a much more slay-heavy focused game at King of the Hill right now.
I mean, and it does make sense over on Lattice, you know, compared to other maps. Because think about it, like after this hill, where does it go? It goes over towards that blue side, but then eventually you see that middle sniper catwalk hill, which takes so long. So whether you're up 2-1 or 3-0 going into that sniper bridge hill, Slayer's probably what you're gonna be playing. So Shopify Rebellion playing the chess game, they're thinking 3-4 steps ahead, it feels like.
Yeah, right? Because this is a hill where you can get this relatively quick, and you've seen that. SR probably has had the chance to capture this hill. The idea right now is that catwalk hill, right? In order for someone to win, having to come back on that catwalk hill, you need about a minute 30 usually. It's very rare for that hill to get captured quickly. So SR seems to be just putting on the hurt now, restricting the amount of time that's going to happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see him jump out at the very end here. No, it looks like they're going to keep going. I don't mind it because they are already on the rotation, but with only 2 minutes of neutral clock, Ascending Baseline could be in some big trouble here. They not only need to get this hill, but then the next on that catwalk is going to be extremely tough.
You were absolutely right. And honestly, I think even be even generous here by saying, you know, a minute 30. I've never capped that sniper bridge hill in a minute. A minute 30, 2 minutes, shoot, maybe 2.5 minutes. It feels like right now there's already not enough time to capture that sniper bridge hill. But before we get there, we're still over toward the blue side. Shopify Rebellion would love to be up 3-0 with a minute and 50 seconds going into that. That would literally do the game at that point, which is crazy for us to say, but that's how hard it is to take that sniper bridge hill. We are not over exaggerating.
Super CC did find his way in. They haven't fully blocked out those blue spawns, though. You still see Royal 2 back there holding it down with the sniper, but in this 1v2, he's waiting for help, and Cycle has arrived into this gunfight. So Royal 2 gonna have the help necessary. Look how tough he has been to take down. Finally, they get the kill on him, but that's bought a lot of time for SR to get in position to look for this break. And well, it seems like Ascending Baseline might just be holding on, winning some crucial one-on-one fights.
Frosty chasing down a one-shot Jason, able to grab a hold of him, but ends up going one shot himself because of the melee, and because of that, Suspector is able to get a cleanup kill. So that's the first domino to fall. Maybe they can turn that into something, as Suspector seemingly just having last shot's number, turning it into a dirty double.
That is dirty, and it really opens up a path for Ascending Baseline to potentially come away with this hill and have enough time on the rotation. A massive kill here for this team, Ascending Baseline. This next Slay rotation is so important for them because they need to capture this hill and have enough time on the next rotation. Frosty's in. Great pre-check nades, but this player making it so difficult, and the players of SR have gone away. Ascending Baseline playing this hill extremely well, and right now tapping buttons is thinking, hey, let me try to get these guys off rotation. We just need to get this next hill. It's the hardest in the game, but we have a minute and 17 to do it.
Certainly not going to be an easy capture for them. They're still behind the 8 ball with this little of time going into this hill, but they've given themselves a lifeline. They do have a chance to Ascending Baseline, especially when you have a player like Tapping Buttons on your side. Ooh, okay, Tapping Buttons with the movement right there. He's dancing on them.
Looking like Iverson, breaking ankles left and right. That thrust coming in huge. And look, we're on the hardest hill, the most open one on the entire map. You can contest from just about anywhere. They've only wasted 10 seconds of the neutral clock, and they almost have it halfway captured. Ascending Baseline's playing some of their best Halo yet.
Yeah, we're watching Tap and Buns do the bachata over towards the QT side. We saw Ascending Baseline take about over half the hill. So far, Ascending Baseline doing everything possible to get themselves back in the game, but you still have to break Shopify Rebellion. They are fully set up. They have a large influence on the map right now. Psycho with the Jiggle Peak. Even that's not enough, though. Back-to-back kills for Ascending Baseline and Super CC. He wants the one-shot World 2. They're able to take...
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to round number 3 of the Command Station X Luminon Free-for-All Atlanta Prep Week 2 Qualifier. We are back, and we're going to get round number 3 started. We do have the scores and stats set up from the round number 2 qualifier, and taking a look at those already, Pedobot, none other than Maddie Matthias now securing 2 back-to-back round top 1 finishers in round 1 and 2. Now has 20 points, and he's leading the pack with 20.
Yeah, I mean, very impressive here, going back-to-back first place as well. Still showing why they were the first place in the last series as well. Also, I like to point out the Nuclear Blaze Cognis battle. We're just watching that on the stream, both at 18 points, showing how much that one position is going to matter, depending moving forward here for them in that race with the points. And finishing out our top 8, we have Switch It Up there, 17. Revan Laps, which is in the lobby that we'll be watching now, lead their game. B-Pix at 14th, Faith Bad 14 as well, and OG Easy. They're rounding out our top 8 so far. So a lot of these players within 1 point, showing how important it is just that one placing, finding that one more point, getting higher, getting one more trade to go up higher. This is going to matter here, working in that top 8.
Absolutely. You want to finish top 16 in these 4 rounds in order to secure yourself a spot in these semifinals. And then from there, you got to finish top 4. So we are going to go 1 round at a time as we have Nuclear Blaze again. We're going to follow this man's POV because he was on an absolute tear in round number 2. Now finding himself camo and heat wave again. And if that was not enough, he's got the thrust pack in his pocket paid off. This guy has all the tools he needs to get off to a crazy start.
That's a dangerous combo. Everything you need to close in the gap. And Silva Fox might be the end of it once again. That's got to be frustrating for Silva. Cognis is there to clean that one up. But it was back-to-back deaths for Silva. Was from the heat wave camo combo with that thrust. So a little frustration coming in there. But Nuclear Blaze with 3. And now it's Cognis, switching that one around with the early lead here at that 5 kill mark. Was able to clean up the camo as well. From Nuclear Blaze. That battle for second place continuing hot here.
Battle for second place may become a battle for first place as well. Nuclear Blaze getting the beat down on Cognis, and I don't think Cognis was able to get the kill credit for that either. Unfortunately for him, that means Nuclear Blaze is going to tie him up for first place with 5 kills apiece. And now, taking a look at the scoreboard here, we do have Cognis who gives himself a little bit of room with 1 kill, but Nuclear Blaze is so close and hot on the tails. But the question for me is, can Maddie get himself 3 back-to-back first place finishes in these 3 rounds, or will somebody else finally be able to topple the top dog?
And this is going to be the lobby that happens in. Nuclear Blaze and Cognis. But you also look, Milkshake been one in the college Halo side, was the winner of the free-for-all, coming back as an alumni for an open qual free-for-all. Milkshake, no pushover when it comes to that side as well. I mean, there's a lot of players here I look at, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good player. Stefano, one that was winning before, so he's gonna have to work really hard if he wants to keep that first place qualifying spot on the leaderboard.
Have to work very, very hard, but Nuclear Blaze not getting a single kill there. Stefano gets a double kill, clean up instead. The gank was successful, and the gank goes his way. Now Silva Fox catches Dilly Donut, and Silva Fox is going to get the better of that trade, but he's not going to live for very long as Milkshake is going to be able to clean him up instead. And now Nuclear Blaze once again using the the ghost jump to perfection there, throwing Milkshake off, unfortunately. And Silver Fox getting a perfect 5 on Stefano, but it will still be Cognis who's going to hold on the first place for now with Nuclear Blaze hot on his tails, 9-10 so far.
This is a very close lobby. Looking at that, so many kills at that 9. Nuclear Blaze passing forward 10, but Dilly Donut and Stefano right there with 9 kills as well. The race continuing hot. Nuclear Blaze trying to survive on this util side, but it's Maddie takes him out. Cognis with the well-placed nades, able to trade that one as well. Cognis having 3 kills with this lead so far. Nuclear Blaze trying to make that too, but now the Patience comes in on the yellow side. Ends up looking the wrong side. Now going to have to take a fight with Silver Fox. Silva looks across the map and good plays to get that one out of the trade.
Definitely a good play. As you can see that he had his attention split between 2 different players and instead decides to go and finish off Maddie. And Maddie now finding himself just a little bit behind the rest of the leaders, but he's not too far behind. Going to be able to catch up if he can get this kill on Dilly Donut, but a great job by him to be able to get that trade instead. And Dilly as well trying to keep himself in the running with 11 kills apiece. We have a 3-way tie for, I believe this is going to be 3rd place, as 4th place rather now, as Nuclear Blaze and Sabano with 13 kills apiece going to try and hold on to 2nd and 3rd respectively there. Cognis still ahead with 16 kills, but boy, oh boys, I mean, he's just gonna have to hold on to his lead as much as he can because the kill spread is just not that far apart.
And not that far apart. It's hard to see who's going to be on that top side here moving forward. 10 minutes remaining here. Lots of players passing that 10. Cognis still in the lead with 18, but Nuclear Blaze close at 16. Addy able to land a stick. That one barely caught the foot going on the P side, so still able to find the trade, being why they've been first place for so much in these series. Big win out of Cognis, turns around, gets a double kill onto Silver Fox. Great landed shots. Camo coming up in 4 seconds here, and it's Dilly Donut trying to play for this one. Cognis out of position to look over it, but Silver Fox there to clean that one up. So Camo not yet utilized here.
Not yet utilized, and Revan going to go ahead and trade out Milkshake as well. Can Dilly Donut get this kill on Maddie? No, he can. He tried very hard, almost had him as well, but he is going to stand strong. And Silver Fox finding himself another kill. Nuclear Blaze and Cognis 2 kills away from each other at 18-20. And the rest of the pack, Stefano just 1 kill away from Nuclear Blaze himself. And after that, we have Maddie, Silva, and Dilly, who are all within 1 of each other as well. So a very, very close lobby. This one is going to be going to the wire, just like you had predicted earlier, Pato.
Yeah, Silver Fox was able to grab that camo, was doing damage, but couldn't find that. Gave 3 kills to people on that P1 side. Finally able to find a kill onto Milkshake, grabs the stickies as well. A little bit of camo to work with here, but finds Stefano off guard, gets those shots, but Milkshake there to trade that one out. So good life out of the camo from Silva there, trying to catch back up to the 2nd place spot or the 3rd place at 16. Still continuing to be very close. Cognis at 22.
Oh, Maddie almost losing that to Stefano, getting cleaned up again by Milkshake, who's just been there capitalizing on a lot of these cleanups, but not quite enough of them, unfortunately, for him. But now Nuclear Blaze is tied 22-22 with Cognis, and Nuclear Blaze finding himself 1, finding himself 2, now onto a killing spree once again, is going to take a lead with 24. Can he get himself 3? No, he can't. Cognis gets taken down by Milkshake again, but Milkshake trying to get the cleanup onto Nuclear Blaze, but Nuclear Blaze is still staying alive inside of Yellow Fridge. He's been here for quite some time now, catching Revan and cleans him up as well. What a great life from Nuclear Blaze, and he's not quite done here yet.
Movement so snappy. Like, I like what he was doing on that Milkshake fight. Milkshake up on top of P2. And Nuclear wasn't jiggle peeking from one side. He would give 1 jiggle, run all the way to the right side, jiggle again. It made it so hard for Milkshake to find a way to kill him because you don't know what side he's going to peek. He could have even jumped up top window. So being unpredictable like that is what kept Nuclear Blaze alive so long in the fridge.
I'm just so impressed with the movement from Nuclear Blaze. I've been impressed with his movement since round 2. Now seeing it again in round 3. Silver Fox getting a perfect 5 on Milkshake is going to keep himself alive for just a second, but Stefano's going to take him down. The camo is still top mid. I don't think anybody has been able to burn it just yet. It's still sitting there in top mid. Who's going to be able to grab it? Is it going to be Stefano? Not quite. Stefano doesn't grab it. Silver Fox might be able to grab it instead for himself, but maybe, or is it's still there? After all of that, Nuclear Blaze finds himself camo again. Now catching Maddie, is going to get taken down with a beatdown from Revan, who gets cleaned up later on. But what a crazy string of kills and deaths. And the camo, after all of that, Tato gets burned.
Yeah, I mean, it got scary. You let Nuclear Blaze come through and sneak that camo. We've seen so many plays before. What can happen? A trade out in that part. It's okay if you're the players to slow down Nuclear Blaze, but in that first place spot now, Cognis slowed down, getting that 27 kill mark. It is Nuclear Blaze at 31. Cognis looking for one on Maddie, gets taken out or finds that, and the trade is through, so is able to get the one. It was so important in free for all. This battle for first place still being very close here. Good nade from Revan on that side onto Milkshake TV. Nuclear Blaze, though, has the lead at 33.
Has the lead and might be running away with it as well. Revan trying to stay alive inside of P2 is going to get caught out, though, by Milkshake, who catches him from behind. Cognis as well going to catch Nuclear Blaze here, but Nuclear Blaze is going to be able to trade that out. Great job by him. 35 kills for Nuclear Blaze, 30 kills for Cognis, and just behind him is Revan with 29, and behind him is Stefano with 28. So we're still very close for the top 4 here in this round number 3. And Maddie comes jumping and flying out and takes down Dilly Donut. Great job by him. He's also tied with Stefano for 4th.
Ooh, little good movement there to take out Nuclear Blaze, the leader at 29. Maddie still wants to be a part of this race, doesn't want to ruin the perfect spree so far, wants to take this round 3 as the BR, gets a trade onto Nuclear Blaze, push that spawner. Nuclear Blaze at 37 though, so Maddie down by 6 kills. Cognis one in second place at 32, make that 5. So just when we see some good plays, hoping that somebody can catch up to Nuclear Blaze, it is Nuclear always finding a way to get that next kill.
5 minutes left. Revan getting taken down with the back fence from Cognis, who gets taken down by Stefano, and Milkshake taking down Cognis. It's just a series of trade, but both of those go in favor of Nuclear Blaze, or sorry, Milkshake TV, sorry. And Stefano finally getting the cleanup means that he is just he is still tied with Maddie for second place, but Maddie getting a nice kill onto Dilly Donut. He's been trying his hardest to put it to him, but a perfect 5 onto Milkshake. But before he falls, Milkshake just spins around and lines up that headshot and takes him down. Now Silva with a camo looking to try and put himself back into the middle of this top 4 pack.
Yeah, Silver Fox just, great trade with the sticky though. I mean, you could never underestimate Silver Fox. He's fallen behind a little bit in this one, but every time we cut to the POV doing something, that's the second camo he's had on this map. And also, there's been plenty of 5s. I mean, Silver Fox is a very hard fight to take. So they might not have the kills so far, but if you're in a full shield 1v1, I mean, watch out for Silver Fox. He's right on your tail.
Right on your tail and nipping at it. Absolutely. And the fight still continues now as we have, I believe that's going to be 3 players who are within striking distance of stealing second place at any time. Maddie is a little bit behind from Nuclear Blaze, but there it is indeed, as Stefano finds himself his 39th kill. Gonna take second place just for now. Can Maddie find himself his next kill? But Nuclear Blaze, the conversation has been about him pretty much all of last round and now most of this round. Stefano trying to stay alive, does catch Maddie, but Nuclear Blaze there to clean him up instead. Now trying to dance and weave around Cognis. The grenade goes down, but Cognis is going to be able to clean up Nuclear Blaze. And once again, it's just a bloodbath inside of this blue fridge.
Stefano Biscuit been kind of sneaky on this 3rd round, moving up into that second place. We've been talking a lot about Cognis, Maddie trying to catch up, but Stefano also one of those winners, passing that 41 kill mark, so make it 5 kills behind Nuclear Blaze. Definitely one of those players that can catch up. Has little time to do so with 2 minutes 30, but gonna be able to find that one. Maddie turns around and gets a good kill there. Finds Stefano, drops down to grab shields back. Gets those shields going onto the util side. Now looking for the next target. Ammo will be up here soon. It's going to be the plays for this one. Maddie watching over, make sure no one grabs that for free, but it's going to find Milkshake in the hallway. Milkshake with the big win. Now looking, Silver Fox almost had a third camo there, but Milkshake said not so fast.
Milkshake fighting very well as well. Dilly gets 2 though with the cluster luck from the grave. Those stickies, he used them a lot last game, the round 1 that we have seen. Now using them in round number 3, and it pays off massively for Dilly.
As we're looking in that middle pack battle here, Dilly Donut going up against Silver Fox, just past that 30 kill mark, make it 31 over Silver Fox. Milkshake also in that conversation of passing 30s at 29, but Silver Fox with some well-placed nades here going through. Nuclear Blaze on top though, he passes the 50 kill mark, a minute 37 left. We want to see another 60 kill game, but it's going to be hard in this lobby. But they're starting, it's going to be Nuclear Blaze starting to close in on that mark.
51 for Nuclear Blaze means that with almost less than a minute and 20 seconds in this game, I'm pretty sure that Maddie, Stefano, and Cognis are going to be a little bit too far away from really catching up to Nuclear Blaze. So I think Nuclear Blaze is set and sealed, and we can forget about anybody else taking number 1 away from him. He's going to find the heat wave once again from bottom mid. Looks to put it into use as we finish to close out this round number 3. So the question for me is going to be which one between Stefano, Maddie, Cognis, and now Revan is going to finish in second place, because the rest of them, we might see a 3-way tie for third place. We might see at least a 1-way tie for third place, but that's going to be the question as we run closer and closer to finishing this game, Pato.
Bono Biscuit crossing over into 46, being up by 2. Cognis doesn't able to land that melee, ends up getting taken out. Milkshake finds that double kill. Maddie close behind at that 44 mark, trying to catch up to Stefano Biscuit for that 2. Dilly Donut finds one onto Nuclear Blaze. 20 seconds remaining here for that. Stefano Biscuit still in the lead for that second, but look at that. Maddie finds 1 here. Those points are going to be so important, especially for Maddie here. Unable to close on that first, but his second will be big. Stefano Biscuit finds 40 seconds. 4 seconds remaining, and it will be Stefano in second place, but Nuclear Blaze, once again, back-to-back, hitting that 56 kill mark, will be taken first, and had to beat the reigning champion, Matty Matthias.
Not only did he beat him, but he also beat him soundly. As we're going to take a look at the scoreboard here, I'm pretty sure once again we're going to see Nuclear Blaze with a positive KDA ratio as we go into this 4th and final round of the open pool section of this free-for-all tournament. And there it is, 24 KDA. He had 32 last time, now with 24. This guy is just amazing when it comes to capitalizing and ganking on so many 1v1s that are happening across the map.
Yeah, once again, the most kills in the lobby and the least deaths. Granted, this time it was closer, but somehow just like the awareness of I don't need to take a 1v1 fight. I'm going to sit and listen to where the fights are happening. I'm going to go push that fight, find the one-shots there, and really finding your opportunities. And Nuclear Blaze, 13k damage as well. Just perfect at capitalizing on those opportunities. So back-to-back first places there. Beating Maddie. Stefano Biscuit coming into second place as well. The battle for second. Maddie was close, 1 behind, but it is Stefano up there atop with the 12k damage.
And I think based off the positions that everybody finished, Maddie finishing 3rd from Stefano means that he's only going to get 6 points from this round, which means Maddie is going to only have 26 total points and Nuclear gets himself 28. So now Nuclear is ahead of Maddie by 2 points overall. Now we still have 1 more round to finish up, but that will be our 4th and final round, this open section. Then we're going to start cutting people. Only the top 16 players are going to move forward. So my curiosity is going to be, after we get the tournament organizers to total up all the points from this round number 3, who is on the cutoff for that top 16 and who is just outside looking in, wanting to go ahead and get themselves into that top 16. But before we get there, We have some time before we get to that point of the game. So we'll be right back from this break. We'll have round number 4 in the Command X Luminon Atlanta free-for-all prep tournament. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And while you guys wait for us to get round number 4 set up, we are going to go back to the LVT stream. Oh, no, we're not? Okay. I see. Okay, so we're not going to... Once we have some gameplay from LVT to show you, we'll go back to there. But for now, we will be right back, and we will have round 4 set up for you guys in just a few seconds. So don't go anywhere.
is our game number 1, and I can't think of a better game mode and map combination. Live fire, easily my favorite map in Halo Infinite.
Let's get into this. Expect high flying action. That sniper gonna be the pinnacle of skill expression, in my opinion, in this match, because we have fantastic players with that weapon in their hand. Descendant hit some of the craziest shots you'll ever see. Wooden with that fast mouse and keyboard sense. Collect in his ability to hit some of these shots. It's going to be all entertainment with that sniper on the map.
Going right through the mid-map, right at Wootum 3, quickly going down from Majin, leaving SLG by himself, and SLG tries to capture C, but ends up being taken down. Luckily, no reset from Majin. They're able to clean that one up. Alpha and Charlie are taken, but Bravo is seemingly what matters most.
In the early time, I'm going to go to Luminon Black because they've been able to get into the hill. Now, Collect did find the sniper on the ground, but AB holds in the hands of Luminon Black. They'll be the first ones to get the score. We'll see if the sniper can bring Majin back into it. Oh, whoa, that's a 3-man push to A. That is a hyper-aggressive play by Majin.
Leaving a lot of responsibility here for Collect defending the C side, but as Collect gets overwhelmed by multiple players, he's going to give up on that Charlie side control, join them over towards Alpha, but ends up being taken down. Descendant and the crew know that Bravo is clear, and also making their way towards Alpha. Triple cap is in for Luminon Black.
And Descendant getting ready to take on this fight with Woodham and wins a huge one for his team. That's going to keep A in their possession. 3 going down for Majin, and with it a trip cap that's in place. SLG the only player alive, and he quickly goes down. And look how Descendant spawn trapping these players over at dummies. He's getting massive damage. He's isolated in the back lane, and he is getting into fight after fight with the players that are left straggling. It's really going to slow Majin down.
50 points so far for Luminon Black. Collect taking a creative route to get toward the top mid side. That's going to earn him a back smack almost immediately as Collect continues to drive forward over toward the green side and goes sky high with the repulse. Lands right onto Envoy, continues to rain down the pain. Descendant will ice him up, but man, plays being made by Collect.
Enemy team score.
That Mighty's reapproaching, is going to be able to get that repulse, but not able to use it as Luminon Black immediately fly. And what's so dangerous is they're right back into this trip cap once again. They know where SLG spawns, and they know no help is going to be there. That's another player staggered out. And the staggered spawns can make a bad situation.
Wait, sorry about that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here with the Luminon Gaming Free-for-All. We're here in round 4, the final round to see who qualifies. On this one, I'm excited. We're going top 16 move forward to the 8 lobbies. And we have a couple players in this one that are on the cups of getting that 16th spot, moving into it. So it's going to be Dilly Dona and I think it was Nursing Dr. Love. Let me pull that one back up here. Nursing Dr. Love at 10, both right on that cusp of 16. Always trusty, though, holding strong at that 16th spot at 12. But a good placement here in this lobby for one of those 2 players could secure their opportunity in moving forward through that semifinals.
Certainly. Nursing Dr. Love and Dilly Donut, both of these players really want to make it to that top 16, but they have to get through the likes of Silver Fox, Milkshakes, and Always Trusty as well. If they want to have a chance to get in there, they have to finish at the very least top 5 in order to be able to get in just by points. However, only so many points to go around. And if Milkshake and Trusty want to stay in the top 16, they as well need to finish at the very least in that top 5 spot in order to be able to have enough points to basically make it mathematically impossible for Dilly Donut and Nursing Dr. Love to be able to get into this into the top 16. So just like we did last week, we are going to be following these players the most as they try and break their way into the top 16. Can they do it? We are going to find out. This is the 4th and final round of the open section of the of the free-for-all tournament here that we have today. The top 16 will move on, and the other 20, sorry, not the other 23, but the rest will fall behind. And we're going to follow on the POV of Maddie, who was the top overall finisher from last week.
Ooh, good little hop over in the hall there to get the back smack with that camo. Player wasn't able to spot to get the one. So Maddie in this lobby to looking to upset the dreams of Dilly Donut and nursing Dr. Love here. One of the strong players, but Dilly Donut finds a third kill here. Goff strong in that early second place with Yeah gone in first. Any Berserker as well doing some good shots. Now fighting Yeah gone, dodging nades. Yeah gonna take that one out. He picks on that top mid side, looking for through the mapping. Now finds Dilly Donut, but Dilly Donut with another double kill. So with that fire, trying to qualify here is Dilly Donut tying for first.
And for first and breaking through, that sticky grenade unfortunately goes a little bit wide, and Yaegon gonna take him down. But Dilly Donut is certainly trying to put in the work early on in the game, because as we both know, Pato, in these free-for-all tournaments, if you can get yourself to an early lead and hold on to it for the entire rest of the tournament, you are in a great position to continue. He gets another double kill onto Hink after we just watched a triple kill from Mini Berserker, but Epic Rage is going to be able to take him down instead. And now in a fight with Yaegon, it will end up being a trade, but we do have Dilly Donut with 8, Mini Berserker and Yaegon tied with 7 apiece, and B-Pick starting to crawl into that top 3, top 4 as well in the game. Excuse me.
Or B-Picks pushing that side, finds Maddie. Almost going to get that one. Oh, Maddie almost hit the ninja there. If he had the lunge, would have got it, but B-Picks able to clean that one up, stays alive, finds a double kill onto Hink as well. Now hits a wraparound, going to get shields back into this corner. Picks closing in on that first. Now finds the first place onto Dilly Donut to get that killing spree. Moving up to second with 9 kills.
Moving up to second, now looking to take first. He's going to try and gank this 1v1. Catches Yaegon looking the other way, gonna take him down, but he has to watch his back. A stick, a great stick from Maddie, gonna take him down, and Maddie is able to escape with his life on top of it. Great play by Maddie. He's trying to stay alive inside of yellow base. A grenade comes flying in, deals some damage to him. Now looking across mid, catches Yaegon, but can't take him out. Sees him in bottom mid, the grenade comes in. The grenade is true, and Camel got burned with the death of Yaegon.
He picks in that second, but Dilly Donut once again at the front, passing that 13 kill mark, continuing to up. Maddie hiding on this P side, gonna get another sticky kill grenade, but nursing, not gonna let that one slide. Faces him down to P1 and gets the trade. Yaegon finds a double kill onto the 2 leaders of B-Picks and Dilly Donut. Maddie working for this, gonna get that threat sensor here, but gets taken out by Epic Rages with the body shot. But still not a super big advantage for anyone yet, as B-Picks ties first place with Dilly Donut. Anything can happen here moving forward. Things are very close.
We have another 3-way tie for first place between Maddie, Dilly, and Yaegon. Who is going to be the first that breaks through? Maddie might be the first one to do so. He does. He gets himself his 14th kill, now tying with B-Picks. B-Picks the runner-up from last week as well, but the important question that we're asking today is, where is Dilly Donut going to finish, and will it be enough to get himself into the top 16? Again, he is fighting for his tournament life here. If he does not make it into the top 16, he is out for the rest of the day, as will 7 other players who just barely do not make it into the top 16.
Looking for that Dilly Donut on the spawn. They're able to dodge grenades and throw some of his own for Hink. Yaegon able to get the trade. 1v1. Now looking for his second kill with that BR, but gets taken out with those nades. So things very close, but Dilly Donut slowed down just a tad here, as we have a 4-way tie. As you mentioned, Maddie gets out of that 4-way tie to make it 3, but B-Picks up at 18.
Just at AP and Nursing Dr. Love losing Dilly Donut there, but Dilly Donut getting himself a double kill. I'm feeling pretty good about that one for Dilly Donut, as now he is tied for second place with Maddie. And over in the P2 again, we have Dilly Donut on the respawn, finding one, gets taken down by Maddie though, as Maddie now tied with B-Picks and Dilly for first place at 18 apiece. Now get with that kill there, gets himself to 19, but we have the top 4 players being so close together. Mini Berserker taking down Dilly Donut, unfortunately, as he just comes off of respawn. But B-Pix getting himself first place again with 20, now 21 with that kill. But Mini Berserker going to try and take him down. He does so with a well-placed grenade.
Mini Berserker passing over to that 19 kill mark to go to that second place. Camo, though, in the hands of Dilly Donuts, the one fighting for tournament life, has that power weapon, has Nursing Dr. Love, the other one, in the sights, but that kill gets stolen. Now has to fight B-Pix to stay alive with the Camo, does get the win there, and survives on that car side. Camo still going to be in utilization here, listening for where the fights are happening. That fight ends a little too quickly for him to clean up, so now it's going to be a 1v1 with the sprint strafe, but Nursing Dr. Love, not so fast. I can still shoot that sprint strafe and gets the trade onto Dilly Donut with the Camo.
Now we're starting to see things just spread out a little bit. Dilly Donut falling behind the pack of the leaders as B-Pix now with 25. Maddie in second place with 24 after getting that trade with Yaegon. And then after that, we have Yaegon and Mini Berserker who are tied for 3. And then it goes down to Dilly Donut at number 4. And Dilly Donut trying to stay alive, gets caught out by B-Pix. B-Pix doesn't get the trade though in the end. And unfortunately for him, he dies, but still 2 ahead of Maddie.
Sometimes these free-for-all games, like when as a player, you kind of see them in sections. Like it feels like it's going to take a little bit longer. So you had a hot start here moving forward, but now you're in this middle part of the section before the end, and you have to find a way to continue pushing forward. Some of these players started to slow down, and that's really where we're seeing this separation is in this middle part here. Who's having that endurance as B-Pix moves up to 28 kills, Maddie at the 27, close as well. Starting to see a little bit more separation. Dilly Donut falling behind, but not quite out of it yet.
Not quite out of it just yet. B-Pix doing great to not be the runner-up this time around to Maddie, but Maddie is still very, very close to him. Has to make himself a little bit nervous, but B-Pix getting a kill there. Gets trading out by Nursing Dr. Love, and Maddie not finding a single kill inside a blue fridge. A little frustrating for him as he is trying to catch back up to B-Pix, but every single kill he's unable to get is 1 kill that he is going to fall further and further behind of B-Pix. Now that lead has increased to 3 kills. B-Pix with 32, Maddie with 29, and Mini Berserker just behind him with 28. Gets his 29th kill, but it cost him his life.
Live, unable to find that headshot. Yaegon able to get a good trade there. Also in that contention, fighting in the middle of the pack here. Dilly Donut misses the sticky, almost gets the trade, but lands the damage for Yaegon. B-Pix starting to run away with this one at 32 kills. Maddie close to behind though at 2, pushing that 30 kill mark. And Mini, a lot of players in this 30, so that top 3 contention still very close for that one. Able to get the trade there. Mini Berserker gets naded out on that fridge. So 32 kills as a 3-way tie comes in for first place.
Another 3-way tie for first. All these players are very, very close together. Which one is going to be able to extend their lead? It for now will be B-Pix. But as it always seems to be the case with these free-for-all games, Maddie gets caught out. Nice eagle eye from Mini Berserker, and he wins the double beatdown trade.
Berserker now on the fridge side, looking for the next target. Going to face Maddie on this P2 side. Playing a little bit of ring around Rosie, but it works for Mini Berserker as he finds the first shot and able to get a trade without that melee there. Still alive on this side and gets perfect shots on the Epic Rages too, while down shield. So an unofficial double kill, but a big 2 coming out of Mini Berserker.
Oh. And he's still staying alive inside of P1. Almost gets the piv on Nursing Dr. Love. Will finally get taken out, but a great life from Mini Berserker. And Maddie Matthias is going to take down Epic Rage there as well. But Mini Berserker, he did everything that he needed to do to take the lead. Can it last? Because B-Pix is just 1 kill away. He's going to try to find Hink, and he does. He now is tied with 36 kills apiece with the leader of Mini Berserker. Mini Berserker is still alive, looking to try and get some kills wherever he can. But a perfect 5 from B-Pix is going to increase his lead yet again by another kill. Now 37 to 36.
Perfect shots coming out of Dilly Donut. Almost gets the nade, but gets that wingman medal, passing the 10 assist column. Looking for that assist. Unfortunately, not what you want in the free-for-all, but still on the lower side of that. Making sure his fights count for him. Epic Rages, though, also passes to that medal. Trying to survive here on the P1 side. Looking for that able to get the shields back, and Hal's gonna find Yeah gone weak with shields. Once again, forced to drop, but this time unable to survive.
Unable to survive, and I think Camo got burnt there at the same time, and Maddie winning another piv against Hink is going to start to chip away at that lead of B-Pix and Mini Berserker, who are going toe-to-toe with each other. 40 kills for Mini, 39 for B-Pix. Can Maddie get this kill? Yes, he can. This means now he's going to be tied with B-Pix for second place, who catches him off, and that will be the 40th kill for B-Pix. Can't quite get the cleanup there, but gets the other one onto Yeagon, and it gets cleaned up by Nursing Dr. Love. B-Pix at 41. Mini Berserker and Maddie tied for 40. This is for first place. Ties with first place, getting a perfect 5 onto Yeagon. Now looking for B-Pix, who extends his lead yet again by 1. It is constantly back and forth. Dilly Donut taking down Mini Berserker. There is a little bit of time for Maddie to try and catch up to B-Pix without Mini Berserker on the opposite side of the map, but he has to get close to these 1v1s. He has to get himself into a position to get some more ganks.
Looking for that very close in this 40 kill mark. Mini Berserker trying to survive on Fridge, but gets taken out. And now Maddie and B-Pix with the time. Maddie with the ledge gets the triple kill and the killing spree to take the lead. Triple kill is what you love to see when you're close, but B-Pix still very close, tying this one up at 44, despite the efforts of the triple kill from Maddie. 44 on the tie. Epic Rages finds Hink, gets a perfect shot on that backside. Now looking for Mini Berserker. Mini Berserker still in contention here, only down by 2. Now going to chase the spawners on Fridge, but gets caught out from the top mid side by Maddie.
Maddie is not quite done yet. 3 shots will do it. Yeagon goes down. He tries to go over the head of B-Pix, but B-Pix was wise to him. B-Pix takes him down as well. 46-46. Tied for the lead again. Gets cleaned up by Epic Rage and Mini Berserker. He is 3 kills behind of B-Pix and Manny Matthias. He needs to kill Dilly Donut, but Dilly Donut gets the 1-up over him. Takes him down now. Dilly Donut looking to try and stay alive. Sees Epic Rage inside the yellow base, but knows he can't do anything about it. Now getting some shots in the back from Manny Matthias. He needs to win this piv against Maddie, but he doesn't do so. Epic gets 2. B-Pix gets 1. Now B-Pix in the lead. 47-46. Manny Matthias still trying to hold on to second place because Mini Berserker is right behind him, but a good sticky grenade from Yeagon's going to take him down, but Mini Berserker did not let him get away with it. And now B-Pix taking down Maddie. Means B-Pix is going to hold on to his lead for just 1 more kill. Looking to tie it up. Looking to go ahead with 49, and he gets it. He goes down.
The minutes remain. B-Pix almost past that 50 kill mark here, but Maddie close behind at 48. The battle for first place is alive and well here in the later half of this Aquarius map. He gets the sticky grenade, but Mini Berserker finds the trade. He's not quite out of this first place battle yet, but is 4 kills behind. Finds it. You're gone. Finds the trade with Dilly Donut. B-Pix though takes that lead at 51 kills. Maddie is behind. Maddie on this other side is going to get a free one across the map on that P2 side to tie it back up. Now going to have to win a big fight on Gone, and does get that one, moving it back to first place with 52.
This is a battle for first, and B-Pix wins it 52-52. He just needs to stay alive inside a yellow base, but Yeagon is trying to hunt him down and chase him down, and he does get his shields back enough to get the reserves onto Yeagon, and Dilly Donut gets 2 in the back wings. 42 kills for Dilly Donut. The Mini Berserker is trying to catch up to B-Pix. He's at 49. B-Pix and Maddie, they're just trying to basically trade first and second over and over and over again. Now tied again for first at 54 apiece. It is constantly a back and forth between these two as we start to get close to a minute left remaining in the game. Who is going to get first place? Will it be Maddie? Will it be B-Pix? We're going to find out here as we have 1 minute left. We have officially crossed the sub-minute point of this game, Tato.
Good reversal from Maddie, and ladies and gentlemen, the last minute. It is the battle for first place. Maddie and B-Pix keeping this one tied 56-56. Maddie finds one at 57, but B-Pix close behind to get that, tie that one up. Still 30 seconds remaining. Either of these players looking for that opportunity to take the lead. You see that B-Pix is the one that takes down Maddie to get that first kill onto that. Finds the double kill. Now looking for the triple onto Nursing Dr. Love. Nursing has to survive here, but Mini Berserker takes out B-Pix. Maddie then gets another double kill of his own to tie it up. 15 seconds remain.
It's 3.
3 kills here for Maddie, trying to close that one up. 60-60, 10 kills remaining. Will it be B-Pix? Will it be Maddie? B-Pix on the Finds the first one. On at the slide. He trying to survive here.
He needs a kill. He needs a kill. He needs a
Instead-
kill.
Oh, he turns around and gets the one. And it is a tie game between Maddie and B-Pix. Needed that kill because he had more deaths. He had 37 deaths
no.
compared to the 35. So that kill was the difference between first and second place for him. But it was the turnaround from Hinks that denies B-Pix that first place spot.
That was the nail in the coffin. He couldn't kill Hinks in the last few seconds of the game. The final shot went wide, and in an unlikely scenario, Manny Matthias secures first place on deaths because it was just one too many deaths for B-Pix, and unfortunately for him, he just loses that first place spot. Oh man, his head has got to be in his hands after that one. Most damage in the lobby as well for B-Pix. Just couldn't close it out in the final seconds of the game. Every single round, by the way, Pato, has gone all the way up to 60 kills. These
Dude,
guys are
everybody
going
knew how to
toe
shoot that
to
game.
toe, duking it out live for everybody
Dude,
to
step
see.
anywhere,
But it's
bam,
Matty
bam, bam.
Matthias with 2 less deaths who takes first place in round number 4.
I mean, it was there. We were seeing it. He had the flank, but he, despite being on the bottom, had one of the most clutch kills of the game. Like, was able to turn around. I mean, clutch for Maddie. Like, able to bring that one back. It looked like it was going to be B-Pix Matt bringing that one. Good plays out of that. Moving forward, Mini Berserker takes that third place spot. Going to be some good points. And Billy Donut secures fourth with 45 kills. Not sure if that will be enough to get him in there. We'll have to see how the other standings, but it's going to be close for him. He had a hard start at the beginning, but slowed down, and it was hard to keep up with that battle between Bix and Maddie.
It really was, and what a great way to finish the 4th and final round of the pools portion of our FFA tournament. And it might be enough for Dilly Donut. We're going to find out. With that 4th place finish, he is going to get himself, I believe that will be, is it 4 points, I think? I think it's 4 points. Let me see. 4th place is 6. Thank you for the correction, Rondon. Appreciate that very much. But 4th place does get 6 points. So that will bring his total point to pool to 16. Now, if he wants to get into the top 16, Trusty either has to score only 3 points, which I don't think that's really possible. We're going to find out. But either he scores 3 points or less. And then Dilly Donut might be able to squeak into the top 16. So now everything is going to be in the hands of the FFA gods. He's done the best that he could, getting himself top 4. Is it going to be enough? We're going to find out. That's definitely going to be one of the things that we're going to be looking for as we get started to set up the semifinals of the FFA Atlanta Prep. So, without much further ado, Pato, we are going to go to break as we get those final 2 semifinal games set up. When we come back, we're going to find out who made it into the top 16 and who unfortunately got the cut. We'll be right back after this short break.
onto one shot. Should be dealt with. The Jiggle Peak actually being much tougher a kill than ultimately Envoy expects it to be. And what does he do? He buys enough time for Mighties and Collect to get activated here. By the time SLG comes down, goes down, Collect is here, getting a double kill and now putting damage on the extra reinforcements from Luminon Black.
That Collect trying to hold off. He wants to take this as a 1v1 instead of 1v2, but Piggy catching him just in time, gets the help of Boo Boo Doo, keeping him alive. And right now, look at how well these players of Luminon Black are surviving while one shot. 3 players going one shot in that situation, all of them getting their shields back and being able to reapproach the challenge. Really well played by Luminon Black, just holding that tension until they're ready to spring the trap and then get the kills. But even now, it has been so scrappy to get any ball time in this situation.
Doing a great job of staying alive. His Collect, Piggy eventually spotting him out, and Collect almost got a pin while one shot. Mighty's gonna be thanking him for all that free damage, and he has the snipe, so I don't think he's gonna be taking that ball. He's gonna be holding on to the perimeter. This tower side belongs to Mighty's, and Boo Boo Doo finds that out the hard way.
You see Mighty's trying to hold this door with the sniper as his team tries to get into this fight. The back spawns are currently won by Luminon Black, but they aren't necessarily guaranteed. If Mighty's can get in, get this slay, and then stay alive, he does just that. Majin are going to be able to get a good chunk of ball time here, and Mighty's in a powerful position with the sniper.
He finds him holding one side of the perimeter, but notice that the entire left side of the map, the entire tower side, was just open and available for Luminon Black to simply play through. That's exactly what they do. They send 3 players through that, and because of that, half of Majin almost immediately hit the respawn screen, and now the final player alive is SLG out in the open. Luminon Black with a perfectly timed collapse.
Piggy trying to get that ball time away, but not able to get that kill in time. Woodham has to let Piggy go, holds it for his teammate. A great job by Woodham to find Descendant just in time there. SLG, though, the only player alive, meaning Luminon Black, right back onto this ball. Boo Boo Doo aggressive onto that challenge, but isn't really ready to let it go as Piggy and the team comes to survive and help him survive. This is pretty well played from Luminon Black, just to always be ready for a gunfight, but getting ball time at the same time, shuffling it off to different players. I love the way they've been playing it. The only problem they've been arriving to is just that Majin is winning a lot of crucial slays to force early play balls.
Luminon Black take what feels like their first lead of the game here, but Majin ends up taking it right back here. Envor wants to make a play over towards tower, but it seems like he also wants to wait for his teammates to spawn up, so all of that waiting ends up being timed that Majin are just adding up to send it over toward the low ground. Notice a weakened SLG is able to eventually take him down, but Wootsum and Collect back-to-back kills, once again slowing down Luminon Black. You said it, Majin are winning some of these crucial and critical fights.
With that all stuck into the doorway. Descendant, though, early access to that kill. That's 3 that go down. Woodham does get a spawn at Red Tower, so he does have quick access, meaning that Majin not necessarily lost in the spot despite going 2 down early. Descendant, man, he has been doing a great job of just dissecting the map, finding good flanks, and getting big kills. But Mighty's, on the other hand, has come in and has a lot of these, I'd say, game-saving or round-saving slays to prevent Luminon Black from getting time.
Mighty's showing 12-7 here. 46 seconds of ball time as well, doing a whole lot for this Majin roster as Luminon Black once again go 3 down. Wootsum now with the snipe in hands, and he's ready to make something happen, because as Luminon Black spawn up, they have to get through Wootsum and the sniper, and before you know it, round is over.
Looks like, yeah, so they ended the game. I think they figured it out.
Oh, I was like, what?
I think they figured out that they were playing the wrong map. So I think we're going to reapproach, and I think they're going to restart this on Origin CTF.
We see the question marks here. You think so?
Yeah, I'd say there's no other
in the lobby
reason.
Right now.
That was map 4. That's not even map 4 technically. Map 4 is Lattice King of the Hill. They just got all grouped up, bro. Ollie is. Yeah, so you know, hey, look, a little exhibition match for you guys there as we get to the correct game 3.
and potentially the final time we see Majin in this tournament, when both of these teams are fighting for top 4 and that travel coverage to make it to DreamHack Atlanta, which, man, I can't wait. We're gonna hop on the right map, Origin capture the flag, and Majin fighting for their qualifier lives.
Here we go. Honestly, we go back to what we talked about before, you know, the game happened. It's about that car side control, right? Although a lot of the fighting is going to happen on that snipe side, be very wary of what's happening on the rocket side. Those elbows, the top rock control, that is what really dictates what can happen on the map. Although it's the weak side of the map where you don't necessarily see 3 or 4 players accumulating there at the same time, it really does influence so often how you can play. Very rarely are you going to see, you know, a full snipe side run happen or a 4-man push through snipe side. A lot of that action is going to depend on your isolated players. That's going to be, you know, your Descendants, Piggies, Collect. I think Mighty's likes to play the rocket side. I don't have too much info on like how a lot of the Europeans like to play this map because, like, you know, we don't get to see them as often. But I like. I really, really think this map is one of the best maps for teaching you like fundamental play your lane, execute within your lane, help each other. Like you have to choose, is it my time to play through my lane? Is it my time to check other people's lanes? It really is a map that it teaches you the fundamentals of how you play Halo. This is a really great map to learn the building blocks of spawn control, timing, zone, playing your lane, and all that jazz that really makes competitive Halo what it is.
Yeah, as you said, you know, snipe side is a strong side, but you have to respect the weak side. And Coach Callis, who's on the Observer, always preaching about that. And we saw that a lot towards the tail end of Halo 5, you know. Although we saw snipe side being so dominant for so long, towards that end, we saw players like Soul Snipe and Drunk and that old KCP roster really make their bread and butter through elbow side runs, and oftentimes early in games as well. So having to respect the entire map here on the Coliseum remake Origin.
With that, we see the game starting up. Let's get ourselves ready. You know, a little detour, nothing too crazy about it. Let's get ourselves into the game and see what is to happen.
Capture the Flag Origin coming up next. Rockets on one side of the map. You also have the snipe over on the other side, the strong side, and also respect the thrust into bottom mid. If you find yourself down there, especially fresh after getting the rockets, get yourself a thrust and try to use it the way any of these pros do, because they're always using it to stay alive, give themselves an advantage within a gunfight. It really is one of the more versatile equipments that we have in Halo Infinite, and somehow I feel like maybe it's not taken as much advantage of in, like, you know, in my lobbies or like late Diamond, maybe early Onyx lobbies. I feel like we need to see a little bit more thrust action from my fellow rankers.
Here we go. Oh, it looks like all 4 from Luminon Black gonna commit towards the snipe side. That's gonna leave rockets open for a grab. You see Woodham playing that top rocks, and he has a carbine to shoot down on everyone. Woodham doing max damage, and while this happens, Mighty, he hit through the entire lane. He pulled out a flag, so Mighty's has the flag out, but Luminon Black took advantage of the 4v2 mismatch and 1 sniper control, and now are pushing to the base of their own. What a crazy start from both sides. A 4v2v2 split. It's such an interesting way to start our game.
Descendant sniping the big toe of Mighty's and then finding his head as soon as he spawns. Descendant is actually bullying Mighty's at the moment here, and so is the rest of this Luminon Black roster. As 3 down go Majin, Descendant actually changing his direction over towards that elbow side, over toward the weak side. He wants to get this snipe in elbow.
You see how important the emphasis these players are putting on the elbow side. They completely moved off their snipe side to get here because they know this is the vector of attack. This is where you can start pulling flags, and there we go. Piggy getting the flag pull out. Now he can pull through the middle of the map knowing that there's no pressure that can happen on the rock side, right? So now he can just go right through the middle, pull the flag, and Descendant, he's never given up his position in the meantime. He's still on the elbow. This is great control by Luminon Black, and by the time Descendant goes down, well, Envor's ready to come flank these players that took him down. Really just well played by Luminon Black, and Envor's not done yet. Great kill from him.
I think you forgot something there. There we go. Going back for the flag. At this point, Luminon Black have more flag caps than Collect, and Mighty's even have kills at the moment. This is how aggressive and how speedy Luminon Black are playing this map here, chasing down the player who ends up over toward the top BR side. So gonna lose that height advantage as Boo Boo Doo, but the movement looking extremely good as he looks to stay alive. Right back over toward the snipe side, but that's exactly where Piggy wanted him.
Double kill.
So you see Woodham almost get the turnaround. You like 180. He got a shot down. He almost got the punch down onto Biggie. The mouse and keyboard flicks can be insane, but at the end of the day, Luminon Black able to take advantage of the situation. They got a couple big kills. Now there is a player, it's Mighty's, that's all the way extended onto the opposite elbow here. So Boo Boo Doo and Luminon Black gonna try a snipe side run as they don't have any rock side control at the moment. That's gonna give Majin an opportunity to pull up their own. And this is why it's a little bit more risky to go snipe side, right? Because you're now gonna be very dependent on slays. If Majin wins these slays, not only are they going to get this flag return, but they're likely going to get a capture from it. And right now, the first couple have gone to them. It's just Descendant that's holding the flag down, and Collect is making all sorts of chaos. But oh no, during the time, SLG and Mighty's lost the gunfight on the other side, Tony. Collect, despite, you know, keeping these guys at check, it's actually Luminon Black that was able to get the return.
2-0 start here for Luminon Black, just like the series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Luminon free-for-all qualifiers. Well, we're in the semifinals now. We had a little bit of stuff going down in between the scenes. It was so close, but Silva Fox was in a tiebreaker with Dilly Donut. He barely squeaked through. Admins went through, looked at all the stats. Silva Fox barely squeaked through into this lobby. We're going to be watching aboard this lobby, see if he earns that spot, trying to make a set in.
Yeah, that tiebreaker really came down to the wire. It was just basically based off of best overall performance in a single match, and Silva Fox just had a slightly better finish than Dilly Donut did, and that knocked him out of the top 16 and secured Silva's spot in the top 16. So he is going to be in one of the two semifinal matches that we have going on here. And actually, it is going to be in the one that we are about to cast here very shortly, Pato. So we got one of the two semifinal games going on here. We got Cheesy, Trusty, Cognis, Milkshake, Revan, B-Pick, Switch It Up, and Silva Fox himself. So here in just a few seconds, we are going to get that lobby booted up and loaded up for everybody. Now, remember, only the top 4 advance. So if you're not in the top 4, you're not going to make it. So once we figured out who's going to be in first and second, Pato, it's really going to come down to who is in the running for that 4th place spot and who is going to hold on for dear life to ensure that they make it to that winner's final.
Yeah, and get a chance at that prize pool in the finals as well. And points out the window now. Now you just need to place well in this lobby. This is the game that matters. So even some of those people that we've been seeing playing well before, you have one bad game. Now is not the game to have it because you need to qual into that top 4. Also, Milkshake, as we were mentioning, was in this lobby, won the last one. Another player in the heat of things, looking for that top 4 spot. A lot of opportunity here for these ones, but we're starting off on board Milkshake.
Milkshake was the first place finisher in that 4th and final round, now looking to try and make himself a top 4 finisher, moving on to the winners moving on from the winners semifinals rather. And Cognis has himself the heat wave and camo combination, and we've seen this so many times before, and we know exactly just how deadly this is going to be. One of those heat wave pellets bounced around and finished off B-Picks, and now Cognis gets the cleanup on Silva, but it took so many heat wave shots to be able to do so.
Shooting in that heat wave, like the high hall spark, kind of got scary because it was starting to send bullets everywhere, and it was looking like Cognis was going to take himself out, trying to clean up that one shot. Ends up finding that kill, though, and Cognis with an early lead at 5 kills. Battle for second place, 3-way tie in that 3-kill category. Switch it up. Moves up to 4 kills, trying to catch up to Cognis here. Cognis, perfect 5, and takes out Silva.
I remember B-Pix was one of the runner-ups from last week, and Cognis was also in that very same top 8 FFA lobby. Now finding B-Pix, but Sheezy's going to get the cleanup instead. Now Cognis is just going to move away, but B-Pix was just waiting patiently for him, and instead just decided to... We have a lever? Oh, we did. Trusty lagged out. So, okay, if Trusty lagged out, are we restarting? Okay, so we're just going to continue. So Trusty, unfortunately, lagging out does mean that he is not going to be able to finish into the top 4. Very unfortunate but things have to continue moving forward, and things are going to continue to move forward in this game. Cognis looking to try and extend his lead by yet another kill, trying to stay alive inside of P2, but Silver Fox is onto him, sifts him out and hunts him down, and Bpix is there, catches the drop on Milkshake, but Milkshake, great job by him to turn that around and get the trade instead.
Looks like we're having a couple deaths too. Might not know about that lobby with the nade thing. So it looks like we are going to get a reset. It was early enough to where I guess the players wanted to give Trusty a chance. Moving into that, ending that. So wasn't not quite out of it yet. But we were seeing some good stuff going on. Cognis with the early lead into this one. Moving forward, but a lot of those players keeping things close as well. Things were to go as it were. Silver Fox making that fight. Barely quals into this one. Now has to show that he proved to have this opportunity. He earned it. Forward.
Correct. So fortunately, the rest of the lobby decided to get Trusty back in, and I'm okay with that. But technically, the rules do state that the match only restarts on the first life, so he can rejoin. But yeah, it's just really a little unfortunate when those things do tend to happen from time to time. But it looks like the rest of the players did all agree to get Trusty back into the game. So hopefully he doesn't drop this time around, and we'll actually be able to get the full semifinal match done and completed. It's been a pretty like technical difficulty less tournament so far. Yeah. Only our second restart. So far things have been going very, very well, and we're going to reload into this game. And can Cognis still get back into first place, or with this restart, are we going to see a changing of the guard, Pato?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm gonna say it's been pretty lucky that we haven't had a lot of restarts. I mean, rules like that are in place because of this lovely game we play. There's oftentimes people crashing in Halo, and we got to keep this tournament timely. But Trusty gonna have another chance, gonna prove it to him. Finds the first kill, and Milkshake gets a double kill, going up to 2-0 here. Now looking for the next. Cognis fighting on that gen side, and Cognis with the 3-shot melee before Milkshake can get that fist up to get a trade. Trade that one out, so Cognis tied it up here.
30 seconds have it last, and everybody's died at least once, so that does mean that we are going to move on forward. And Bpix, he doesn't get the melee bash onto Sheezy. Can he clean it up with the heat wave? He does. It wasn't pretty, but he got the job done.
Bpix taking a note out of Nuclear Blazes, but grabbing the heat wave camo and thrust, having every item to use here. Now going up to the P2 side, looking for that next. Finds Trusty on the flank, gets the one-shot melee with that heat wave. Ammo still up. Thrust is an opportunity. Now going to look towards P2. Likely run into Sheezy here on the fridge side. Good pre-nade. Sheezy's going to have to dodge that one. Heat wave, 2 shots going to Sheezy. Bpix up to 3, trying to get into that first place contention with 4 kills, and does. Now a large tie here with 4 kills, but Trusty moving forward at 5.
Very close lobby, actually, between all these players. 1 kill or 2 kills is pretty much what separates so many of these players from the possible first place finish in this inside of this game. But Bpix getting the kill onto Cognis is going to take him down and going to keep himself alive, but now has to flee towards P1 as he's just getting shot in the back from Yellow Connector. So staying alive inside of P1, but the grenades come flying in, and Trusty says you ain't gonna go nowhere, and takes him down instead, but turns around. And the timing though for Revan, he gets 2, but it's gonna cost him his life. Trusty gets a stick and fills his screen with purple plasma.
Now Cheesy looking for that. Does so much damage, but ends up being 2 assists. And now Cognis going to take that one up. Cognis finds a double kill of his own. Ends up dropping pretty much full shield. Finds Switch It Up. Switch It Up is going to escape into that yellow gen side. Cognis forced to back down, but it is Bpix with that 8 kills that takes out Cognis here, taking that lead. Trusty, make sure to trade that one out so Bpix lead doesn't grow too far here. So lobby still very close here as we are 3 minutes in.
And get the kill on Revan either. Revan surviving explosion after explosion as well. Doesn't get cleaned up either. I believe maybe he did in the kill feed and I just missed it barely, but Bpix still trying to hold on to his first place finish. We have Revan and Trusty who are right there nipping at the heels. He does spot the Camel player. Can't quite line up the grenade to be able to take him down. That Camel player is still staying alive. Silverfox finally getting taken down. That's Camel going to be burned for the rest of the game. Now nobody has to worry about that invisible player running around the map. But Trusty getting meleeed in the back after getting a kill onto B-Pix means that we are still going to be tied 11-11 between these two players.
Yeah, good tie. Revan finds a back smack onto Silva, bring that 1-12 and take a 1-kill lead here. Now looking for that next target. Not going to look at this 21 side as B-Pix gets a double on that other as well. Stabbing full shields. Going to fight on Raven here and gets great shots onto Fridge. Big win for him to tie that one up with Raven into the first place. So we're seeing a little bit of separation from the top pack to the mid pack, but that top pack still very close in contention. 3 players at 12 and Trusty close to follow at 11.
As you finish, he is there now with 12. So we have we had a 4-way tie briefly for first place. Now we have Switch It Up, B-Pix rather, who's going to get himself his 14th kill, but he gets taken down and Revan is really close behind him with 13, trying to stay alive inside of Fridge, but Sheezy gonna follow him and clean him up and take him down. And Sheezy, he's the only one that's kind of struggling in this game, not quite able to find himself some solid footing, but we're still very early into this game. We are just now starting to approach the 5-minute mark of this match as far as time elapsed goes, but Milkshake, he's still very much in contention, but B-Pix finds himself a full heat wave to use along with that thrust. He's going to try and use this to his advantage to secure himself a lead and then some if he can.
B-Pix, gets pinched in between two. Still going to try to survive, but Milkshake takes him out. Just going to say how long he's been able to survive. He was only at 6 kills before that death going into it. I think that's 7. And so, moving forward, Milkshake trying to keep this one close, have 15 kills. Revan in the lead with 7. Silva Fox finds a free kill onto that P2 side. Now looking for that next target. Camo is up. Silva Fox wanted to go for it, but someone from behind forces him to back down. Now trying to get free shots in to switch it up. Is going to get that kill and get those shields back. Camo still up at that top mid. Looks like somebody may have gone and grabbed that one. So Silva Fox wanted to wreak havoc with Camo once again, but had to drop.
Silva Fox playing very greedily for this Camo. Hasn't quite been able to stay alive with it for very long, constantly getting spotted out by other members. And as we try to find a POV of someone who isn't dead, we will land on Silva Fox once again. But as soon as we say so, he gets taken down by Trusty, who gets himself a double kill as well. But it will be Milkshake who's going to tie with Revan with 19 kills apiece, followed very closely by Trusty at 17 and then B-Pix with 16.
Yeah, this has been a very fast-paced lobby so far. I mean, you get so many good players into one. They're running it down. They're hearing gunshots fire, and they're hitting the flank. A lot of these deaths you're seeing from bandit shots from 2 different angles. It's hard to survive, but that fast pace has been leading towards the hands of Milkshake and Revan, both at 20 kills. Moving forward here, getting that tie. Revan with the double kill, taking the lead at 21. Milkshake still alive on this P1 side, trying to keep things close. Finds Trusty onto P2, gets that trade. Sticky's still up, switch it up. Going to grab those stickies. Now looking for that next target.
Trying to hunt down the next target. The sticky grenade is not going to explode in time to take on B-Pix before he gets taken down by Milkshake. Milkshake tied with Revan again at 22. But Trusty and Silva are actually very close behind him with 21 and 19 kills respectively. Now B-Pix getting into the conversation, getting himself his 19th kill. So still very, very close. And Silva Fox with that trade onto Milkshake is going to increase his lead. But B-Pix somehow not getting cleaned up by, I think that was Cheesy. Cheesy just did not think to clean him up first before getting the kill onto Trusty, but it still works out for him. But Silva Fox now being able to get the cleanup kill onto Revan, now has to stay alive, using the tracer to try and see Milkshake from the behind the wall. Unfortunately for him though, there was another player respawning, and unfortunately for Cognus, B-Pix is going to be able to clean up onto Milkshake, and it's just a constant bloodbath as the corpses pile up over in Blue Fridge.
Silva Fox earning that spot, keeping it close at 22 kills, make that 23 with the trade. The lead is at 24. Silva Fox barely making it into this semifinal. Now in the cups. I'm trying to make that final very well in contention. Cognis here, also close at the 20, is going to get the cleanup kill onto Silva and gets perfect shots from downtown onto car 3 for the double kill. Bring that one to 22. So as we reach the 7 minutes left in the game, I mean, there's not a clear winner yet. There's not even a clear gap in between second and third. Everyone still having an opportunity in this one.
I have a feeling, Pedro, that we might see several tiebreakers when it comes to this match being all said and done before we start figuring out who the top 4 finishers are going to be. All of these players are so close together, and Trusty still staying alive was huge. Now using some grenades to try to get some more damage down. Does get cleaned up by B-Pix, but B-Pix about to be cleaned up by Cognis. And Cognis still trying to hold on to remaining in the conversation in this free-for-all. Now gets himself a nice possible double kill cleanup. He works hard for it, but he does get it in the end.
Fox with the double kill, looking for the triple onto Trusty. Gets a one shot, but Trusty with the jiggles. Now going for the slide to get the trade. Unofficial triple, but Silva taking the lead, or not quite, taking second place lead. Trusty in the lead at 29 kills, but it's still very close battle contention here. Milkshake still wants a piece of this, but Trusty going to land the double melees. Milkshake tried to go for the 3-shot melee. Timing ends up being a trade. Cognis passes that 28 kill mark. So as you're saying, it's so hard to see. Like, there's going to be so many tiebreakers going into this one, as the difference between 7th place and 1st is 6 kills. Only 6. Like, it can move forward. We're looking into that. Make it 5. A lot of people in this lobby, you get a good lucky triple kill, double, get those nades, you could catch right back up into this.
You certainly could. And even the fight for first place is still very close. You have technically 3 players who are very, very close to making it there. Cognis with that triple kill now going to take the lead for himself at 31. Trusty behind him with 30. And then behind him, we have Milkshake and Silva who are fighting for that third place spot. Now will be Milkshake with a nice double kill cleanup from that successful gank. Does get taken down by Silva, who gets cleaned up by Cognis. Cognis catches B-Pix, really wants to win this fight, but a grenade from Revan from downtown takes him down instead. Now Revan is set up to try and pick up this camo. Can he do so before getting caught? Trusty is there staring at him, but it is Milkshake who gets a kill credit instead. And now Cognis gets a back smack onto Milkshake, sees Trusty and gets himself a triple kill. Gets himself the over. He does get himself a technical overkill, but dies before it goes through. So we don't see it on the screen, unfortunately, but I think that was an unofficial overkill. We can sign that off in the books.
Yeah, you got 4 kills either way right there, which is going to be so big. Cognis at 36 here. Now Milkshake and Trusty tied at 33. So finding 4 there gives you a comfortable lead here, closing in on these last 4 minutes. Trusty finding the trade here, switch it up, takes out Silva Fox. Sheezy now finds a battle with Milkshake on this side. Milkshake gets a good jump. Things get sketchy, and Milkshake wins that one onto Sheezy, staying alive. Cognis does find that trade, but Milkshake even able to get a kill there is going to be very big.
Gotta feel very good from Milkshake. Every single kill at this point is going to start to matter, because if you look at the kill death spread, everybody is still very, very close together, but you do have to be careful, because when it comes to these 2 blank melees, and they finally do clean it up there at the end, but those 2 blank melees, it could have gone either way for either player. If one of those had connected, unfortunately for them, they had to go for it twice. Now switched up, trying to stay alive against Cognis, but Cognis playing very, very patiently, is going to get himself the cleanup kill there. Now at 41 kills, but just behind him is Milkshake and Trusty at 38 apiece. But Milkshake taking down Trusty means he's going to go up to 39. Gets cleaned up by Cognis, who gets a Killjoy medal after taking down Milkshake. So Milkshake was on a tear for a little bit, now sent to the death screen. And in third place, or sorry, in the fourth place, yeah, fourth place would be Silva Fox, depending on how this fight for third place and second place goes down between Milkshake and Trusty. But Silva now just trying to hold on to fourth.
As a reminder, the placement matters here. Your points from previous do not matter. The points is what got you into this situation. Now you need to land this top 4. That is why it is so close. That is why it's so vital for these players moving forward. Cognis with the lead at 44. And then we have Trusty coming close with that 40. Milkshake at 39. It's looking like Silva Fox in 4th place barely with that 37. Those would be the 4 to qual if it were end, but it is very close. Silva slowing down a little bit, but still trying to hold on to this lead moving forward. Cognis with 45. Looking this gen, clearing that side. Bunch of players on the P side. Going to find Sheezy. Tries to land the sticky grenade, but doesn't. And Sheezy uses the bandit. Cleans up Cognis, slow that one down.
Silva Fox now in danger. He dies. Switch it up with the camo as well. Going to try to get himself his 38th kill, and he does. Now he gets into 4th place. Silva Fox needs to catch up by getting a kill, but he gets taken down by Milkshake, who gets himself a double kill in the wings. He'll switch it up, still holding on to 4th place. As if the game were to end right now, Silva would be out, and Switch It Up would sneak into 4th. B-Pix also trying to get himself back in there. Now Silva Fox is very much in danger of losing out on 4th place. He needs to get things going. 1 minute and a half left in the game and counting. He has to get this kill into Sheezy. He gets it, but has to get himself even more if he wants to stay in contention for top 4.
The death marker is very close between Switch It Up and Silva as well as tied. So if they tie it and kills it, it's going to go down to that tiebreaker. You need to work on that one. Silva Fox does get taken out, so Switch It Up does have the lead at the moment. B-Pix, though, also in contention at 37, trying to catch up into this 4th place. Switch It Up still holding on to that. Finds it, or he doesn't trade that one out. Ends up getting meleeed, and Silva Fox there to tie that one up. 39. B-Pix gets the backsmack. Silva's still alive and crosses into that 40 kill mark. We have 45 seconds, and it is Silva in 4th place, barely trying to qualify.
Switch It Up got himself a kill on Silva Fox, now tied for 4th place. This is where it's all going to come down and matter right now, because Cognis, Milkshake, and Trusty, they're 1st through 3rd right now. So Silva needs to get this kill. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Revan takes him down, and Revan gets 2. Revan now at 36 kills, but with 19 seconds left in the game, does Silva Fox have what it takes to hold on to P4? No, he doesn't. Switch It Up gets himself 1, but now we're tied 41 to 41. Switch It Up is dead. Switch It Up is dead. And Silva Fox, he has a chance to be able to get himself another kill. It is still a tie, but he has to get down here. He has to get a kill onto Shake It Up, and he doesn't get it. It is a tie. It's a tie. And for the first time, looking at the scoreboard here, Petabot, it's not going to be deaths that decide it. It is going to be assists. And I want to know if you caught the last few seconds of that before we went there. Do you know who made it to top 4? And if you do, say it loud and proud.
Switch It Up with 20 assists over Silva Fox's 14. So if that's the tiebreaker, barely able to move that one up. Switch It Up. I say it all the time. When you're looking at it, assists usually don't matter in free-for-all. You don't want a lot of those because that means your damage is going to other people's kills. The top leaders don't have a lot of assists. But now, oh wait, B-Pix. I didn't even see B-Pix.
We didn't see B-Pix.
He slipped in at 41.
Oh, wow.
He slipped in at the very end.
We were watching the wrong people. Amazing. We have a 3-way tie for 4th place. And B-Pix made it. What a crazy finish for B-Pix there at the end. You and I, Pato, we thought it was between Switch It Up and Silva Fox. We had no idea that B-Pix made a clutch run at the end to get himself 4th place.
I mean, look how close that lobby was. I mean, anyone was sliding through. Like, we got so tunnel visioned at that point because it did look like it. But B-Pix at that very end, getting a couple clutch kills, bringing that one forward. While Silva Fox was being patient on that side, B-Pix slides it, grabs it, ties it at 41.
You guys just have
Hit 34 deaths and will be moving forward.
I'm just trying to rewind the stream here a little bit to try and look at the last 30 seconds of that free-for-all to see just what happened. At 30 seconds, B-Pix was at 38 kills, and Switch It Up and Silva Fox were at 40 and 41 apiece. And then somehow B-Pix, in the last 20 seconds, he gets himself 3 kills to tie for that place. He gets himself 1 on Cognis, and then with 15 seconds left, somehow in the bottom here, I think B-Pix was able to get a kill onto Milkshake or something like that to get his 41st kill. Just taking a look at the last 5 seconds, literally the last 5 seconds was when B-Pix got the kill onto Milkshake. It was Milkshake. He
Wow.
killed Milkshake, the same player that Silver Fox was trying to get himself his 42nd kill, but B-Pix got it first in the last 5 seconds. That is how B-Pix made it into the top 8. Crazy.
No wonder we missed it. That last second was the difference on that one to make it in. And I mean, if that's just a taste, that was the semifinals. Now we're moving into finals going forward. Everyone, now your placement is looking towards how big of a chunk you're going to get of that prize pool. What percentage? Once again, your placement is everything. The difference between first and second also there. So it's going to be close, and players have gotten in. We are loading in to our grand finals.
Loading into the grand finals. Can Maddie get first? Oh, these are still semis? Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot that we were going to look at the second semifinal round. So now that's my bad. But now we are going to be looking at the second of the 2 semifinal rounds that we have, and this is the lobby that is going to have Maddie and Matthias and Nuclear Blaze. Nuclear Blaze, who, by the way, has been on an absolute tear so far this free-for-all tournament. One of the, I believe he was the highest points earner at the very end. Let me just take a look at the scoreboard here once again. And looking at it, oh no, okay, so he got 30 points before we went into the winners semifinals. So Nuclear Blaze finished top 3 at the very end, and Maddie Matthias still holds on to first place with most points at 37. So Maddie Matthias, with the being the number 1 overall from last week, can he do it again in week number 2?
Yeah, looking forward at the once again score top 4 to get into that grand finals lobby. You're saying Nuclear Blaze and Maddie big, but Mini Berserker and Stefano, both players that were very close in that one as well. A lot of different opportunities, and it will be Mini that's grabbing this heat wave combo with the camo. It's off the rack metal. It's going to find the double kill onto Watsy as well. Still alive, full shield. Now moving forward, spots out Maddie on this yellow base side, uses the heat wave, gets him down to 1 shot, but Maddie with the finesse almost escapes. But Mini Berserker said not so fast and takes the lead with this camo heat wave combo. That one gets stolen from him, so since he stole it, you find the death screen as well. The boxer medal comes through already for Mini Berserker. Gets that 7th with the heat wave.
Great start for Mini Berserker using that heat wave camo combination. That is why it is so dangerous inside of a free-for-all game. We have a huge fight inside of bottom mid, but Stefano is going to be the one who gets himself the double kill and a triple kill. He can't quite line up the 4th as Epic Rage is going to be the one that takes him down. Nuclear was looking at him, couldn't quite get the final shot, but gets a perfect 5 onto Maddie Matthias. And as we take a look at the scoreboard, Mini Berserker still in first place with 7, now tied with Watsy for that same 7. And we have a 3-way tie actually now, as I've been talking about it in these past couple of seconds. It was a 3-way tie. Now it's Watsy in the lead with 8.
With 8, grabbing that BR. Finds one, gets the killing spree. Now gonna have to find Maddie, gets the reversal double kill onto that one. Watsy in the lead with 10 kills. Now Mini finds a trade onto Faith Bad in the back of yellow base. About falling down here. Watsy gets taken out by Maddie on that P2 side. Camo going to be up. Going to be important here. Big wins. The trades do go through.
Trades are going through. Mini Berserker gets himself camo once again and does not live with it. He gets spotted out from yellow base, and Stefano getting taken down by Nuclear. He gets himself a double kill, and Maddie catches him out instead, but just traded it out immediately by Watsy. So now we have a 2-way tie between Nuclear Blaze and Watsy. 3-way tie as Stefano is going to sneak into the conversation for first place as well. So those are your top 3 players for right now. Maddie's going to be your 4th player with 10, but he is not too far in front of Mini Berserker or Faith, who are trying very hard to stay in the top 4 conversation to get into the winners final.
3-way tie at 11 kills. Nuclear Blaze does get out with that 12th on side. Stefano with 13 though. Nuclear Blaze and Maddie trying to keep this one close. Not looking for that. Stefano pushing this car 3 side. Going to be met with the melee on high haul, but uses good patience there. Gets the bandit shots and lands the melee. Still in first. Nuclear Blaze very close to follow. Maddie with the BR. Stefano turns around, but the melee comes through for Maddie first. Able to land that one. Stefano still up by 1 kill.
By 1 kill, but how long is that going to last? As we are approaching 4 minutes time elapsed in this game. Maddie gets a kill onto Watsy, who gets cleaned up by Stefano. So Stefano still holding on to his lead for now against Maddie. Gets himself another nice easy cleanup on Epic. Catches out Nuclear Blaze, sliding into blue courtyard, takes him down as well with some shots from the bandit. Not quite going to reload just yet. He is confident he's going to get a perfect 5 onto whoever he needs to. Doesn't quite get it there, and it's going to be 2 assists as Mini and Berserker and Watsy take each other down. And taking a look at the scoreboards once again, Maddie has now tied Stefano with 17, now 18, and he takes the lead.
Mini Berserker trying to claw his way back into this one. Able to get a double kill there to go up to 14. Still Stefano with that 18, but Maddie at 19. Sprint straight, trying to go through to get that one close into the fridge. Able to land a shot and grab a trade as well. Third Blaze. I mean, once again, we're seeing that top pack, all of them very close together. It's anyone's game as we cross 5 minutes into this game so far.
5 minutes into the game, Maddie getting a perfect 5 onto Nuclear Blaze, but it's not going to be enough for him to stay alive and run away from Stefano. Somebody got camo. Was it Mini Berserker again? I believe it might have been Mini Berserker again, but he dies and burns camo instead. So once again, no camo going to be on the map for anybody to be able to play with. But Maddie and Stefano, they have been going back and forth for this #1 spot. And taking a look at the rest of the scoreboard here, we have Nuclear Blaze in second place, Faith making his way into third place, but it will be Mini Berserker and Watsy who are now on the docket, trying desperately to fight for this 4th and final spot to move on.
Fighting for that, keeping it very close here. We're seeing Watsy at 15. Faith Bad finds one onto Epic Rages at that 18 kill mark, trying to catch up to Nuclear Blaze. Maddie crossing onto this side. Here's the shots. Mini Berserker brought down to 1 shot, has to survive on this side, gets taken out. Trades going through everywhere on each side. Another trade once again, 1v1 on that side. 25 kills for Maddie in that first place spot so far as well. Stefano Biscuit closing in with 24.
Closing in. He's got his sights on Maddie. He sees Epic. Can he get the fight against Epic? No, he can't. He made it very, very close, but Epic is still able to live with just a sliver of HP left. And sometimes in free-for-all, that's going to be all that you need. Gets shot in the back by Faith. Faith's going to scoop that one up instead. And now Faith with 20 kills, trying to get himself into the 4th place conversation against Nuclear Blaze. Because right now, your top 4 are looking like Stefano, Maddie, Faith, and Nuclear Blaze. But will anybody else be close enough to try and sneak into the top 4? We're going to find out. But Maddie almost getting to 30, staying alive inside of Yellow Fridge as well. Going to get his shields back. And he's going to look to try to catch out Mini Berserker as he makes his way towards P2. He doesn't make it. He gets taken down by Maddie. Maddie now at 30. And Stefano holding on with 26. And Nuclear Blaze and Faith just duking it out for 3rd and 4th place. With 22 and 23 apiece, and Mini Berserker being stuck on 19 for quite some time. Now Watsy has caught up to him.
Mini Berserker trying to keep up, but that gap is starting to grow between that 4th and 5th place at the 19 kill mark. Find the other ones around 23 to 24 to get to that. Was close, but Mini Berserker is going to have to start finding some kills. Does find the one, is going to be able to grab the heat wave. Finds one on the, gets that one as well. So now from 19 to 21, bringing it close, down by 2, trying to get into that 4th with Faith. Still has all the bullets in the heat wave to work with as well. Finds one on the P2 side, misses the first shot, but the nade comes in for Epic Rages, takes down Mini Berserker. And Epic trying to survive with this camo, use that heat wave combo, does turn around and gets one on his way out.
On his way out and taken down, and Maddie with 33 kills, still very much in the lead against Stefano, who only has 30. And it's still a desperate fight between Faith Bad and Nuclear Blaze for essentially 3rd and 4th place. Is anybody even remotely closer to 2 of them? Yes, it is, because Mini Berserker and Watsy are trying to get as close as they can, but if things continue the way that they are, that is your top 4. Stefano, Maddie, Faith Bad, and Nuclear Blaze Watsy and Mini Berserker have a long way to go to make it to top 4, but all they need is 2 or 3 kills and they'll be there.
But sometimes in free-for-all, 2 to 3 can feel like a mountain to climb. But it starts with that one. Mini Berserker gets one, starts to trade. Looking for those killing medals, trying to get multi-kills is the biggest thing here if you're trying to catch back up. A double kill on one of your deaths is a start. That's going to be close. And there it happens. The Mini Berserker with the frag grenades, able to find 2 onto the B side. Addy now gets a triple kill on the trade, uses that last bullet of Heat Wave to secure the rest. Now going to have Thrust. Meets Mini Berserker on this side, but that kill gets stolen from him. Then gets taken out by Stefano.
Things are still very close as Mini Berserker has put himself in contention to possibly take top 4. All he needs is one really good life. All he needs is for Faith Bad to get taken down as many times as he needs to in order to be able to get there. He also needs Nuclear Blaze to also slow down as much as he can as well. And Maddie has just been on an absolute tear. 40 kills now as he drops 40 on everybody in this FFA lobby. Stefano very close behind with 3, but wow, what a use of the thrust pack, getting right behind Mini Berserker.
Nuclear Blaze gets it to 28 to tie it back up to Mini Berserker. Mini Berserker did catch up here. Now tied with Nuclear at that 28. Mini's going to find him on the P1 side. Now waiting for the shields to return and gets gifted a kill for the double. Now looking for the triple onto the yellow fridge side. Pushing pace, but going to be met with 2 nades. Brought down to 1 shot and a great trade out of Mini. Still brought down to 1, but gets a trade onto Watsy.
That's going to be enough to get him into 3rd place now. As we have Maddie still in 1st with 41, Stefano still in 2nd with 38. But Mini Berserker and Faith Bad now tied for 3rd place with 31, now 32 as Mini Berserker gets himself a kill onto Maddie. But Nuclear Blaze is also not very far behind him either. So this is a desperate fight to hold on to that 4th place spot. Nuclear Blaze behind everybody by 2 kills, Faith down by 1, but Mini gets himself another kill on the Faith Bad, and Stefano sends Nuclear Blaze to a grave in white hot plasma fire, and Watsy getting a kill on Stefano, gonna end that spree before it gets too crazy.
Get too crazy. Heat Wave gets taken down here, but Stefano off spawn finds a shot. A 2-shot. Maddie forced to back down into yellow base and meets a nade.
What a grenade.
Stefano gets turned around. We bounced that nade off the wall. Very impressive to get, not even trade that one out. Able to complete reversal on that side. Mini Berserker in that 34 kill mark. It's a 3-way tie between Nuclear and Faith.
Mini Berserker and Faith Bad and Nuclear Blaze, every single kill is going to matter now. Every single trade is going to matter. Nuclear Blaze and Faith Bad traded out in the wings, but Mini Berserker gets the kill onto Watsy and doesn't get traded back. Means that he's going to put himself in a nice position to potentially steal away 4th place from both Nuclear Blaze and Faith Bad. Potentially at the very least, this could be for 3rd place. If things were to end right now, it'd be Nuclear Blaze in 3rd, and Faith Bad and Mini Berserker would be tied for 4th, but Berserker with least deaths would be the one that secures a 4th place spot from Faith Bad. And Mini Berserker getting the trade there means that he is now going to continue to tie up Faith Bad, but Nuclear Blaze coming in very strong, actually getting this 3rd place. Now at 39, could potentially start thinking about maybe I can get 2nd place, but I think for right now he just wants to hold on to 3rd.
At this point, you just want to qualify because that is where the prize pool is. If you make that top 4, you're playing in the grand finals. The positioning won't matter. So making top 4 is the biggest priority for these players. Little over 2 minutes to remain. It is crunch time for these players. Who can secure that 4th place spot? Going into that, Faith Bad and Mini Berserker still tied. Nuclear Blaze started to pull away a little bit at that 41 kill. Mini pulls up 37 on this side. Epic Rages does find that camo, but Nuclear Blaze gets the trade onto camo. Stefano finds one onto Mini Berserker, gets that double kill to go up to 49, making that 1st place spot look even better.
Stefano getting a good stick from after Grave, but Mini Berserker getting taken down with Nuclear Blaze. Faith Bad takes him down. Now Faith Bad is in 4th place. 1.5 minutes are left in the game. and Faith Bad trying to hold on to this fourth and final spot. Nuclear Blaze has pretty much secured himself third place at this point. So the conversation now falls down to who's going to make it into that top four between Faith Bad and Mini Berserker. Maddie getting taken down by a wayward grenade. Faith Bad can't get the kill there onto Watsy, but Mini Berserker is there to take him down. Now Mini Berserker ties it up with 39, gets taken down by a grenade from Stefano, who gets a triple kill. Can he get himself an over? And there it is, the first overkill of the free-for-all tournament, and it happened in the second week, and it was none other than Stefano who gets it. Nuclear Blaze taking down Watsy, gonna hold on to third place, has to stay alive, can't quite get the beat down onto Mini Berserker, but can Mini beat him instead? He does. Still tied up with Faith Bad, but Faith Bad got himself another kill. He's still staying alive. He gets himself a second. Faith Bad with 40 seconds left in the game, holding on to fourth place. Cannot die here to Stefano, but he gets the trade. Now Mini needs 3 kills in the last 30 seconds of the game, or he is out of the tournament, and Faith Bad will have taken fourth place. There's 1. Can he get 2? He's thinking about it. He wants it. He's trying to sniff it out. 20 seconds are left in the game. He cannot wait for very long. Reloads the clip. Gets a fresh one in the magazine. But it's a trade with Epic. 15 seconds are left. He has one chance to get 3 kills because Faith Bad got himself 45, 42 to Mini Berserker. Can he do it? He gets a trade, and that's probably going to be it. I don't think he's going to be able to get himself another kill. So Mini Berserker, he does not make it to the top 4. It will be Faith Bad, Nuclear Blaze, Maddie Matthias, and Stefano who make it into the final 4 and into the final 8 as the top 4 finishers. What a way to finish it.
There was actually a tie there. Faith got it and caught up to Nuclear Blaze, I believe, at 46 there towards the end, just so to secure that 4th place, end up tying with 3rd on that. Yes, I was correct. Faith tying with Nuclear Blaze there.
GG.
Those will be our top 4 moving into grand finals. It will be Stefano, Maddie, Nuclear Blaze, and Faith Bad moving forward into our grand finals. A well-fought battle from Mini Berserker, but the ice of Faith Bad was able to close that one out, moving.
At least I didn't break my record for negative.
Faith Bad just doing what he needed to do in order to be able to secure that 4th and final spot and forcing that tiebreaker for just 3rd place. So unfortunately for Mini Berserker, the tournament's going to end there, as well as it will for Watsy, Epic, and Yegon. They have made it to the top 16, which is an accomplishment in and of itself for this tournament. But man, oh man, Maddie actually lost out on first place to Stefano, because Stefano finishes the game with 58 to his 51. And even though Maddie puts out the most damage, he just couldn't secure the most kills.
Yep. Now moving forward would be the battle. Who can get first? Where every position in this grand finals matters. Every position has a different chunk of that prize pool. So who will it be moving forward here? We have a lot of champs in both sides of these brackets, a lot of first places from these names, but who will take it in the final?
I mean, it's going to come down to basically like who is going to get to that early lead and just never let go. I mean, Stefano had the lead from the opening shots of that match, and he just did not let go the rest of the time around, but we have some absolutely stacked players making it into the top 8. I mean, we have Nuclear Blaze, Faith, Maddie, and Stefano from this one. We have Cognus, we have B-Pix, we have a couple of others that I can't remember off the top of my head from the previous semifinal game. Most of these players were also in the final 8 last week, now fighting for their chance to get number 1 overall. And as we head into a break, we're going to get your winners finals, the final 8. Now is the time to play for the money. First place gets money. Second place gets money. Third place, fourth, and so on. They get a little bit less than everybody else, but this is going to be it. This is what you came here for. This is what you fought for. We'll be right back with the winners final of the Command Station X Luminon Free-for-All Atlanta Prep Week 2 qualifier.
You assist to go along with it as a 34-29 lead for Shopify Rebellion Pro 2. Right through the middle of the map. Big damage onto Boo Boo Doo. That's what he's looking for. Creates the opening, attacks it immediately, ends up getting caught, but Frosty ends up getting a window because of it.
Luminon Black still, I mean, they're within reach of this game. Shopify Rebellion have had big moments, and the stat line looks kind of crazy when you see 60 kills from Royal 2. Obviously, he's been having a a great game thus far, cleaning up a lot of this damage. Frosty into the one-on-one. He stays alive. Cycle has his help, and ooh, man, every time it feels like Luminon Black might be able to find a big kill to close down this lead. It's been Shopify Rebellion finding the kill, but Boo Boo Doo staying alive for a little bit longer until last shot's there. The trade outs are just funneling into Shopify Rebellion's lane, and last shot with the triple kill. All these one shots getting cleaned up by him. He'll take it every single day of the week.
They've combined for 31 kills, have Royal 2 and last shot, and Frosty says, I got a 5 for you as well. 44 kills so far, the job's not done, and Psycho's gonna run into 3 members, actually making none because everybody from Luminon Black is just getting absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, this game I think clearly shifted when Royal 2 got that triple kill at top mid, and you know, Luminon Black did a good job to hold on as long as they could, but the overwhelming pressure, it becomes just that overwhelming. There's just been nothing they've been able to do. Last shot gets to number 16. Him and Royal 2 combining for 32 kills thus far. And it's just a matter of who's going to be the last kill, I feel, at this point, as Royal 2 looks with this shock. He still has a whole clip to work with.
This should be it here. Shopify Rebellion closing in on Luminon Black. Big damage onto Boo Boo Doo Boo. Somehow able to escape, but Piggy ends up trying to take advantage of a one-shot Royal 2, but that's easier said than done because he is the toughest kill in the game. Man, Shopify Rebellion, they are that good.
I think about all the things that was happening in Royal 2 there. He's the one player that is getting 100% called out that entire time, and he stays alive. And when you look at the stat screen, you're going to see him staying alive being a common theme of that game. 17 and 6, only 6 deaths in a Vacancy Slayer is huge. Vacancy is one of the hardest maps to get away with your life because of just the nature of how closed off some of these zones are. It's really easy to get traded out. And Royal 2 obviously having a fantastic game. The last shot, he's always going to get his licks in, man. 4,400 damage to go alongside Royal 2's slaying performance. The slaying combo of Royal 2 and last shot is truly one of the filthiest combos in all of esports.
Yeah, I feel like Royal 2 is like in this weird league of his own where I almost feel like we need like a Royal 2 award because he's been so great, so consistent for so long. I feel like we almost expect it of him, and because of that, he's felt like he's been robbed of so many accolades. When I think of like the MVPs, the main slayers of a game or a tournament, like how has Royal 2 not won 50% of them, 60% of them, 70% of them? Like the level of greatness that he has had throughout his entire career, like I feel like it's weird. I'm gonna call it the Royal 2 effect. It's somehow weird that we almost undervalue Royal 2, even though everybody knows he's one of the greatest players in Halo's history.
That on screen of Royal 2 at the beginning of this game, jiggle, 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 jiggle. Just try to get all the damage he can, but it looks like Luminon Black get the first blood. It's going to be up to Royal 2 to clean up what's left behind. He finds Boo Boo, but Piggy eventually there gets the kill, and Camo's still up for grabs. And, oh, it's still not even necessarily determined. Last shot's last alive, but he's got a good angle on it. Descendant gonna be able to grab that. Good start by Luminon Black. Great answer back. You're down 0-2 in the series. You got a lot of work to do, but you've gotten the beginning of this game going in your favor.
We're able to get away with the shock rifle, and camouflage also was snatched up by Luminon Black as well. 2 members of Shopify Rebellion actually kind of trapped over on the long haul side. Boo Boo Doo Boo doesn't want to put himself in a bad situation, so playing patient ends up getting the headshot onto Frosty. Descendant now finds the backside of Royal 2. He says that shock rifle belongs to me here, and he has camo as well.
Yeah, with that, I mean, should have a great opportunity here to find somewhere these slays. Clearly the info getting disseminated to Descendant, and with it he'll be able to find the cleanup onto Frosty. And you know, I don't mind him getting this time right now, but I do want to see this handoff at some point. You got so much of that shock rifle still left to use. I'd like to see it trying to get these players off spawn.
Boo Boo Doo was on the attack cycle. Wins the duel, stays alive, but Descendant comes in off the top rope and with the shock, he's gonna try to find the exit route. Love the drop slide in order to stay alive there. Don't love that nade landing right in his face.
That's a really tough spot by Descendant, right? Because he's the last player alive in those situations. And as he's getting those kills, he has to leave that ball behind. And they really wanted that ball to be out and played. But it was just a really tough position for Descendant to play out of in the first place. Shopify Rebellion, in the meantime, they're getting their initial ball time. This is really well set up. Royal 2 already has a C cutoff, and Frosty just deciding in the middle of the map, hey, am I going to my left player? Am I going to my right player? He's doing a great job of just staying in that envelope and making sure he always has an option on where he wants to go. And it keeps that ball, you know, sort of always closer to Shopify Rebellion and allowing them to maximize their time here. This is just really well executed oddball play.
Royal 2 in the spot that he wants to fight with his camouflage. Doesn't want to go for it too soon. Could be paid. Send it. Tries to escape, not able to do so. Piggy chasing down Royal 2 and sees that as an opportunity to attack the camouflage. Also saves it for a little bit before entering the long haul side. Luminon Black move into their offense.
The second camo that's gone Luminon Black's way. So the first camo gave him a lot of their time. Frosty was doing his best to stay on that glass, hopping up and down, and he eventually did stay alive. Piggy got the info, but there wasn't any way for him to get in there without giving away his life. Been very slow and patient with this camouflage. They're putting all their eggs into this basket. Feels like they need to execute on this play.
Royal 2 there over towards gold. Maybe a bit of an indecisive Piggy trying to find out exactly where he wants to attack. Decides to be head on over toward the whirlpool side, and eventually Shopify Rebellion are able to get camouflage off the map, and Frosty gonna find himself 2 weakened members of Luminon Black, and the first one goes down. And did he mean for that nade to bounce that way?
I don't know if he meant for it. If he did, that's crazy. Heads
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here for the grand finals. I'm Pedobot, and been with me all day. Revan Knight. Super excited to be casting with him once again and be able to cast this grand finals. I mean, we've had some great Halo going on all day, some great free for all moving forward, and so we are here. We're here where it matters. The prize pool is here, and we have some familiar faces from last week's. Break that down to us, Revan Knight. Who are some of those familiar faces we saw last time in this?
Your first place finisher and runner-up have once again made it into the top 8 winners finals of week 2. Maddie Matthias and B-Pix are both here once again, as is Trusty, Stefano, Cognis. All of these people made it in last week. And this week, we have a couple of new players who made it into the top 8. We have Milkshake, Nuclear Blaze. We have Faith Bad as well, all of which who have made it into the top 8 this time around. So I'm very excited to see if potentially we can see Maddie Matthias get his second free-for-all win in a row, or will somebody else be crowned as a free-for-all champion for this week? Now, remember, we still have a couple more weeks of these open bracket qualifiers before on the 3rd and final week, we will have the championship free-for-all invitational. So this is where it's going to start to matter, right? Every single player who has placed first during these free-for-all automatically makes it into the invitational, and that one is going to be for a bigger prize pool. This time around, it's like $200 for the 4 weeks of the open qualifiers that we're doing. The final one has a real money dollar prize pool tied to it, so you definitely do not want to miss out on that one. But only the top 16 players will make it to that invitational. So here we go again, Pedo. We are about to find out who is going to make it into that first place, or will we see a changing of the guard? Maddie Matthias already taken down by Milkshake.
Milkshake ends up getting traded out, but perfect shots right off the rip from Milkshake. Had a little bit of a slower start earlier on in the stream, but now proving that he is here to play, proving that he knows that free-for-all and wants an opportunity at that. Now it is Maddie with that camo heat wave combo. We've seen deadly from so many players Maddie find an opportunity, catches one onto Stefano, brought down to one shot. Gonna have to wait for shields to return before pouncing once again. Now moving to this ridge side. Here's Nuclear down below. Gonna wait for the damage to go, and B picks from behind, gets taken out with that heat wave from Maddie, bringing it up to 2. A Nuclear Blaze and Milkshake on the other side with the race at the beginning, brought up to 4 kills in first place.
This is why we thought that Matty Matias was one of the better free-for-all players from last week. Just the amount of patience that he has going into these fights. He knows exactly what his strategy is before he even gets there. Now he catches Cognus inside a fridge, but Cognus catches him unawares with a couple of grenades for himself. Gets a nice double kill trade onto B-Pix, who ends up dying, but it will be Stefano who gets the kill credit onto Cognus. So well done by him, and Nuclear Blaze gets himself 1. Can he get himself 2? Not quite. He knows B-Pix was there. He turned around and prioritized the one who was chasing him, and for his credit, he gets 1 kill. But as we take a look at the POV from Matty Matias, he is just a couple of kills away from the kill leader in Nuclear Blaze. Nuclear Blaze with 7 kills, Milkshake with 6, tied with Stefano and Cognus, who also have 6. And then right behind him is going to be Trusty, who was tied with Maddie, but with that kill that we had just seen there, Maddie now gets himself his 6th kill, now his 7th with that sticky from death.
And that Milkshake forced to back down on P2 side with that reversal. Stefano gets it. But we're starting to see, I mean, this is going to be the hardest lobby for any of these players. It's going to be the hardest one to determine who's going to win. This will be close between all of them, as we see 3 players tied at 8, and Nuclear Blaze taking that mantle here, moving up to 10. Cognus close to behind with the Stefano. Stefano finds 2 there on that side before getting traded out. Nuclear Blaze with the patience, looking for that next step. Looks at that B-Pix trying to survive here, but it's going to be met by Faith Bad in that blue gen side. Faith working towards this, looking for that next bit of information. Camo is up. Player's going to have to look for that. Lands the melee, but that kill gets stolen from the BR of Maddie. Maddie falls down from the cross map shots as well. Starting to see these players slow down just a tad. Stefano looking for that, but is met by the perfect shots of Faith.
Perfect shots coming out of Faith. He's going to take him down, and as we stay on the POV, he gets a fist to the face courtesy of Nuclear Blaze as he gets his 12th kill. But we have a 3-way tie for 2nd place between Maddie, Stefano, and Cognitz, who are just going tooth and nail, giving each other no quarter when it comes to this free-for-all match. But Nuclear Blaze feeling comfortable, at least for now. He gets taken down though, so he's going to be in the death sprint as Maddie, Matias, and Stefano get their 12 kills respectively. And Maddie, once again, he's grabbed the heat wave and he's looking to put it to work, but he's going to have to start working very, very quickly. He gets caught out by Stefano. Stefano gets himself 2 though, taking out both Maddie and P-Pix, leaving the heat wave where it lies in the bottom of car 1.
Great bandage shots here, now forced to survive. Going to get a trade there from Milkshake with the trade. It's that killing spree as well. So Stefano with the biggest gap in the lead so far we've seen of 4, going 16. Next runner up is 3 people at that 12 kill mark. Stefano makes it 17 off of spawn. Catches Nuclear Blaze on the fridge side. Now pushing pace. Gonna have to worry about the spawners and the nades. Tries to get the trade, but the shields come back for Nuclear Blaze. That one does get popped out. Now Faith Bad looking for that. Gonna fight. Got on the Milk and gets that with the double kill. Maddie closed that one down, but Stefano Biscuit still the one there at 18 kills. Maddie looking for these players on P2. Here's the shots going through. Unable to get the double as the melee goes through first, but finds the headshot onto the second. Able to get 1 kill from that on the cleanup side. These players trying to catch up to Stefano Biscuit, but holding a pretty strong lead at 19.
And Maddie trying to come back into this game, but still falling behind by 4 to Stefano, who's got himself 20 kills. Now we do have once again a 3-way tie for 2nd place between Maddie, Cognus, and Nuclear Blaze, but Nuclear Blaze finding himself a kill is going to be his 17th kill. Catching Stefano there on the bottom will be B-Pix, but there's going to be a trade. Maddie gets himself a double kill, but not before he dies. Nuclear Blaze sends into the afterlife with a plasma crate, and now Faith Bad, has the camo, and he's going to try and just wait for his opportunity to strike. He gets it, and he takes down Maddie, who took down Stefano, but gets cleaned up immediately by Milkshake, and Milkshake gets himself a double kill inside of P2.
P2 side is such a hard place to fight. I mean, it's so easy to nade. You have those stairs bouncing up. So when you have the camo, you are waiting so patient for that fight. But as soon as somebody hears a fight is happening, you have those nades popping up and the collapse. I mean, there's 2 more players to fight. I was able to get the trade, but because of the danger zone of P2, that camo has been taken out. Now looking at the score, Stefano Biscuit's still in a slight lead here at 22, but Maddie closing this one in. The finals winner from last time wants to go back-to-back, bringing that one close. 1 kill being the difference between Stefano and Maddie. Now looking for the fight on the Cognis is Trusty. Trusty gets taken out with the trade.
Good trade again by Maddie and Stefano. Again, still staying within 1 kill of each other. Cognis and Nuclear Blaze holding on to 3rd and 4th place respectively, essentially at this point, with 20 kills apiece. But with that death, Stefano finds himself a perfect 5 onto Milkshake, now increasing his lead to 2. And Maddie Matthias trying to keep things relatively close, but not able to find any success just yet. Still working his way across the map to try to catch a player or try to gank a 1v1. B-Pix on the spawn gets a perfect 5 from Trusty, but Maddie gets a kill onto Milkshake, who gets traded back immediately by Nuclear Blaze. And now Nuclear Blaze holding on to 4th place or 3rd place potentially if he can just get another kill. But Stefano still holding strong with 25 kills. Milkshake gets himself his 19th, but runs right into the tracer of another and a grenade of some more, and he gets taken down and sent to the death screen. And now Trusty trying to beat Stefano. Can Stefano do it? No. A perfect 5 from Trusty gonna send him to an early grave. And once again, B-Pix gets himself a double with 2 back-to-back perfects and sent to the grave.
One finally caught up to Stefano, and that is Maddie tying it at 25. Can Maddie Matthias take the lead? Now Nuclear Blaze with the perfect nade breaks that one out. So the tie is still at 55. Cognis once again taken out by Nuclear. Still alive here. Faith finally going to take out Nuclear. Not before he got those 2 kills. It's Cognis on the other side, bringing the lead up at 26, tied with Nuclear Blaze. He picks now with this camo here. Finds the opportunity to strike onto Nuclear Blaze, able to get a clean one without taking any damage. Gonna allow him to look for this next opportunity without having to wait for the shield. Finds one onto Maddie, goes for the ninja, but ends up dropping. Now using the bandit, gets the 3 shots before and finds a double kill. The last person survives. Now the camo heat wave. We've seen how dangerous this has been in the hands of players like Nuclear Blaze. Is in first right now. And B-Pix do something to save. Does get that killing spree going up to 24. Now going to have to dodge nades here. Camo has been burnt, but the heat wave falls out of the hands of B-Pix.
It's still in the bottom mid. Stefano electing not to grab it just yet. Not wanting to use that weapon while there was an enemy in his sight. So very well played by him, but we do have a 3-way tie for 2nd place again, 27 apiece. But Maddie ties with Nuclear Blaze for 1st at 28, and as does the rest of the pack. So we have a 4-way tie for 1st place between Stefano, Cognis, Maddie Matthias, and Nuclear Blaze. But Maddie's gonna be the first one to get ahead as he takes down Stefano for 1st.
Maddie looking for that opportunity to go back-to-back. Little under 6 minutes remain past that 30 kill mark. Now I'm walking towards this blue gen side, trying to find the action that happened in back of blue base. Going to be met with Cognis, but look toward the bridge spawners first instead. Cognis now on the chase, but it was too much.
Oh.
Maddie with the reversal and the shots landed that melee. Still going to be alive, grabbing the shield, going towards that blue bridge side. Finds a 2 1-shots for another double kill. Almost gets the 3rd with the nade, but the damage has already been done.
That might have been enough to secure Maddie in 1st place for quite some time. We are almost approaching the 5-minute mark left in this game, and Maddie, with that crucial double kill and triple kill, got himself 33 kills, 33 points so far, and everybody else is just a couple of kills behind him. But as we have seen so far this entire game, Patobot, getting 1 or 2 kills, that's going to matter quite a bit. That could be the difference between 1st or 2nd.
Yeah, when you spawn up, you cannot go without at least getting a trade. A trade is a minimum here in this later half of the free-for-all. Milkshake, though, finds the body shot onto Nuclear Blaze here. Now, Faith, with a little sprint shape, made it a little sketchy for Stefano, but Stefano able to get that win. E-Pix once again trying to grab a heat wave camo combo, but Nuclear Blaze says not so fast. That's my kind of gig. Uses the commando to take him out.
Trusty getting the melee beatdown on Cognis, going to take him down. Very frustrating for Cognis, unfortunately. But we are back once again with a three-way tie as Maddie has been relatively quiet in the scoreboard. Unfortunately for him, only getting trades or dying. As we see Stefano and Maddie got 35 kills apiece with Nuclear Blaze chiming in with his 35th kill as well. And Cognis getting himself a melee trade as well. But B-Pix with the double kill. Can he get a third from Matthias? No, he can't. Nuclear Blaze going to use a grenade to take him down. But he's in a great place to capitalize on this gank, and he does so. Now at 30 kills. Almost everybody in this entire lobby has pretty much caught up with each other at this point, Petabot. But it is still going to come down to who is in that #1 spot. Will it be Stefano? Will it be Maddie? Or will it be Nuclear? That's been the conversation that we've had this entire game.
Rusty trying to get fancy with it, gets taken out there. Cognis now waiting for shields to come back before pushing this P side. Meets Stefano on the P street, but Stefano shot's too good there. Lands the perfect 5, takes him out. 8th bad, forced to back down here. Get the shields back. Looks at that and it's going to find a fight on P1, but the sticky grenade takes them both out for the trade. Out dodging these nades, looking for this push. Cognis going to get a flank with Trusty. 2 going down, going to met with 2. Gets a double kill for Trusty. So many players past that 30 kill mark. It is very close, but Stefano on top once again with 41.
Very quietly, Trusty and B-Pix have entered the conversation. Stefano with 41 is 6 kills ahead of both of those players, but only 4 kills ahead on that 42nd kill ahead of Nuclear Blaze, who's at 38. And now B-Pix has all of a sudden started to heat up in the final few minutes of this game. He was trailing the leaders a little bit, now on a killing spree. Looks for 1. Can he find 2? No, he can't. Faith Bad takes him down. Cognis finishes off the kill. And Maddie is chasing down Nuclear, gets the kill before he gets traded out. And he does not get the assist onto Stefano, who gets taken down instead by Milkshake. And it is a fight. It is a bloodbath inside of P1. Milkshake runs out of ammo, unfortunately, and gets taken down by Nuclear Blaze. 40 kills to 43. Stefano's still in the lead by 3.
Stefano starting to run away from the rest of the pack. Nuclear Blaze going to be one of the last challengers. Finds a kill onto Milkshake here to bring it into 2. Now looking for this next side, but no one spawning nearby. Gonna have to go to this yellow fridge side. But gets back smack. Nuclear Blaze out of nowhere from that. Or it was Maddie with the heat wave combo. Still doesn't want to be out of contention yet. Still wants to go back to back. Has the camo, gets the melee shot. That's going to be big. 4 kills going to be the difference on this P side. Sticky grenades go through. Heatwave lands for the killing spree. Maddie ties it up at 41 with Nuclear Blaze and B-Pix before Stefano lands the back smack.
That's all going to come down to who's in that #1 spot still. Maddie, he did put himself back in the game with that life, but unfortunately for him, still very much far away from Stefano himself, who is at 45. Nuclear Blaze and B-Pix now tied 42 kills apiece, but they have to catch up to Stefano. Stefano needs to die. He does. Trusty does it. Trusty takes him down. Trusty at 39 though. So this is a good chance for B-Pix and Nuclear to try to recover some lost ground here. Nuclear Blaze trying to stay alive inside of bottom mid. He will do so. He catches out Maddie Matthias in bottom mid, but doesn't get the kill credit. Stefano gets 2. Stefano at 47 kills now. He stretches his lead. We are less than a minute from ending this game, and we could be crowning a new champion in week 2.
Stefano Biscuit, so close. 1 minute to get that champion of week 2. Players trying to come close. Maddie gets a double kill, still trying to get close, but B-Pix is going to be the closest with a 4 kill difference. 30 seconds remaining here. Maddie on the hunt, going to find Faith. Gets the shots and able to hit the melee while surviving. Now tries to get one on a Trusty, but it's going to get traded out. Stefano still at that 48 kill mark, leaving a chance for these players to catch up here. 25 seconds is remaining here. Nuclear Blaze is at the 45. Going to be the closest challenger here remaining. Stefano Biscuit at 48, still at the win. Can they find him? But Nuclear gets the double kill. It's going to be a 1 kill difference, but only 10 seconds remaining. Can Stefano find one more before he gets that? But Maddie with the triple kill also gets at 47, but gets taken out. Who's it going to be? 48. Nuclear Blaze gets the 48, tied it with Stefano.
Oh, but Stefano has less deaths, so I think that means Stefano still gets first place. Despite it being tied up, I think Stefano is still in #1. And my, oh my, that was so close for Nuclear Blaze there at the end, but he loses out in the deaths category again. We're going to get the final scoreboard here just to confirm. And there it is. Though they are tied, Stefano is going to be your week number 2 champion with 42 deaths to 44 deaths of Nuclear Blaze, who is just that shy of getting number 1.
It was so close, trying to tie that one up. Nuclear Blaze almost had that miracle run. Stefano Biscuit had a minute left, was at 48 kills, and was unable to find it, leaving that opportunity for Nuclear Blaze to try and sneak back. But those tests is what's going to be the difference there. And Stefano Biscuit icing up here to take it back. And I mean, look at that. It's all in the writing in the stats. 79% accuracy, hitting so many shots, 12k damage, most in the lobby. Well, no, Milkshake most in the lobby, but very close as well. Stefano icing that one up.
I mean, incredible. Last 20 seconds of the game was so neck and neck. I thought when we saw Stefano dying there, that was going to be all she wrote for him, as Nuclear Blaze was still alive. And though he did manage to get 1 kill, it just wasn't quite enough, because that death category, once again, just it's so frustrating, I know, to see that you have tied with the leader, only to realize that you've lost the game as a whole, because you look at that death category and you see 44 to 42. He was that close to doing it, but what a great game. So I'm going to ask Rondon if we can get an interview with Stefano before we close the stream. So we did DM Stefano. So if Stefano wants to come on board for an interview to as the winner of week number 2, we would love to have him on stream for that one as well. Also want to shout out Annie Eats Pros for the gifted sub. Thank you guys so much for doing that. And man, what a great day for free for all, Pato, huh?
I mean, and yeah, so many different opportunities for both of these players to score. I mean, we saw the winner from the last one, Maddie, able to move very close, almost had a triple kill, bringing it to 47. But there's just so many different opportunities. I mean, I was at the edge of my seat for both of the semifinals and the finals. There's different opportunities for them to go in.
All right, so we do have Stefano for the interview. So thank you very much, Stefano, for coming on board. We appreciate you very much. How does it feel to be the winner of week 2 in a very close tiebreaker to decide it?
It feels good. It feels very good. Definitely was relieved at the end. I thought I through, because I knew Nuclear Blaze was behind me, but
he was behind you and he was catching up. We both on the desk thought for sure that when we saw you die there in the last few seconds of the match, we thought Nuclear Blaze might be able to do it, but you did just barely enough. 42 deaths to 44. That was the difference between the two of you. Just 2 deaths. So honestly, great job. And how do you feel about your performance in the tournament so far, as a whole?
It was pretty good. I had a bad round, and then I just decided I was gonna win. Yeah, and then I won.
Yeah, decided you're gonna win. I love that confidence. Break it down to me, your mindset going into a free-for-all. What are some of the things you look for that makes the difference why you were able to get that first place finish?
I just kind of look where the lobby's going, because they kind of all play the same but different. And that one, people weren't really going mid at all until the end. So you just don't you can just get free kills if you're mid. I just stand like Gen Bridge and just kill people, because nobody's mid. Nobody's controlling mid but me. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't really have much of a strategy besides just shoot better than the other guy. And yeah.
Yeah, we saw you a couple of times, multiple times actually, utilizing the middle of the map, getting that camo and heat wave as often as you could. But I also saw several times where you also just passed up the opportunity to grab yourself a heat wave. Do you think that in free-for-alls where the GAs don't necessarily matter, do you still carry that forward into these free-for-alls, or are you willing to pick up the heat wave if it means the difference between being number 1 or, falling short?
No, I only grab it if I have camo. And most of the time I don't even. I just don't I don't like going directly about a mid. I just feel like you can get some kills out of it, but everybody just sees you on disc game most of the time. Like if I'm there and I just seen like the whole lobby dies, I'm not gonna go for it. You know what I mean? Because everybody spawns and then I'm just in the middle. I don't really like using it though. I feel like it's just like cheesy.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, hard weapon, big risk, go down to the bottom mid to grab that one. So moving forward into the next qualifiers, who are some of those players you're looking out for that you think are going to compete with you?
probably Nuclear Blaze. I don't know who else is gonna play, but probably him. Obviously, Maddie.
Yeah, just looking at the final 8, we had several people who made it, who were in week 1, who also made it into the final 8, making it again in week number 2. We had Maddie once again. I think you yourself made it into the final 8 last week as well, if I'm not wrong, along with Cognis and BPix and Trusty. And the 2 newcomers that we had were Faith Bad and Milkshake, were, I believe, the 2 newcomers that made it into this week, along with perhaps maybe Nuclear Blaze. Maybe he played last week. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but yeah, we had a couple of new faces, but plenty of similar faces from the first couple of weeks. So now that you've secured yourself a guaranteed invite to the Free for All Invitational that will be happening in about 3 weeks from now, are you going to continue to play in the Free for All Opens next week and the week following, or do you think you're going to be just kind of tuning in from the outside, looking in to scope out your competition?
Yeah, I'm gonna play them all.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Appreciate you very much for coming in and playing. Is there anything that you want to say before we close out the rest of the stream and say goodbye? Do you have any any little playful jabs to some of your other competitors, or anything that you just want to say? Just whatever you want to say, just get it out there and put it out there for everybody to hear.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my my boy Tuba and the coach, man. Really would like to thank them. They're very supportive.
All right, Pato. That's going to be it from us today. Anything that you want to say about the tournament overall? How are you feeling now that we are all said and done on this wonderful Sunday afternoon?
I mean, I'm excited to see more free for all action. This is getting me back in that feel of Halo. We've been seeing so many close battles and so much. And I mean, we got 2 more weeks of qualifiers and then the one big final. I mean, there's going to be so much to watch for, and we're seeing great players like Stefano stepping up and taking those victories. So yeah, make sure the rest of y'all come back, tune in to Luminon Gaming Free for All, because there's going to be bound to be more action with all this talent.
Absolutely. And, I just want to shout out to Rondon for, being on the production side, making sure that we have all the observations that we did not miss. Stefano, your overkill, by the way, in the semifinals. So shout out to you also for getting, I believe that's going to be the first confirmed overkill in our free for all tournament in week 2. So congratulations to that as well. Add that to your list of accolades as well.
Thank you.
But shout out to Rondon for working the production. Shout out to Bird as well for running the tournament. She's been working very hard, calculating all the points and the scores and setting up all the lobbies for everybody as well. She's been working very hard behind the scenes. Shout out to Luminon for hosting the free-for-all qualifier format that we've been playing for the past couple of weeks. Shout out to Command Station, whose idea it was to even host a tournament like this in the first place. And shout out to all of you guys who are watching and playing. We could not be doing this without you guys watching. We certainly could not be doing this without you guys playing. So a very heartfelt shout out from the Luminon Gaming staff to you guys especially. So that is going to be it from us this week. Remember, we are doing 2 more of these for the next couple of weeks. So tune in to next Sunday where we have our next free-for-all open qualifier. And these are all players who are shooting for a chance to play at the Big Money Invitational that will be happening on the basically the 5th and final week of the tournament overall, but 3 weeks from today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next one. Be sure to go cheer on Luminon Gaming as we hopefully win the winners, the grand finals against, I believe it's going to be Shopify here in just a second. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have yourself a beautiful Sunday, and we will see you next week.